We get over there?
My basic needs got taken care of.
Yeah, sugar.
Sugar.
Perfect. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Worlds Beyond, our Cypher System RPG using the strange setting from Monty Cook Games. If you haven't yet, go check them out. Monty Cook Games is a lovely Seattle-based company. They make RPGs. They also currently have a Kickstarter to bring their Numenera content to a game that you may also be familiar with called Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. So if you like any of their setting stuff, then you can take that into other games using different sets of rules, which is very cool. So you should check that link out in chat and consider supporting their Kickstarter. In the meantime, welcome. You're here watching Geek Space TV. We're a non-profit broadcasting studio based in Seattle. And today we're presenting another episode of Worlds Beyond. It's our second to last episode of this wonderful, wonderful show. And I am both very excited to bring this last couple of episodes to you because, like, it's going to be cool and shiny, but also sad because it'll be an ending. I don't know if the camera can read just how much glitter is on Sarah, so we need to take a picture of her, but no one is hugging her ever again.
Me!
At least, I mean, you can hug her, but you will come out looking like you just had a lap dance.
I will accept you, my shadows.
Thank you. Excellent.
Yeah.
Glitter handprints.
By the end of the night, like, Bonsai, you just have glitter down one side.
That's why everyone started moving. They were like, "Oh, you keep putting it on."
She just painted it onto herself.
So it didn't
like,
stick?
I sit over here now.
Oh no. Oh no, it sticks mostly. I'm also like avoiding the table because I'm just. Anyway, it's
on there.
We'll
forever.
figure it out.
It's there.
You have experience getting that off, right?
I have some experience. We should talk later.
Okay, just curious.
Because
are
this
you going to work tomorrow?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
I was just gonna be like, because if you are, you should wear like long sleeves.
Like,
Oh, I'm gonna wear this.
No,
with
you should just
pride
embrace
for
who you
forever.
are and be like, yeah, this is what I live my life.
What? Don't you shine
Don't you shine like a diamond?
in the
That's
sky?
fair. That's fair. I'll show you a picture of me the one time I got covered in glitter. It's pretty great.
Is it the green one?
Yeah, it's a lot of glitter.
I want to see this.
Anyway, hi, welcome. We're here. If you would like to support us in continuing to do what we do, there are many ways that you can do that. You're already doing one of them, which is being here, hanging out, watching the stream. If you can, host up the stream on your own Twitch channel, even if you don't have any or a lot of followers. That still is a metric that is very helpful. You can also share this stream out on various forms of social media, retweet our tweets, post about it on Facebook, share it with friends and family, encourage other eyeballs to enjoy this content as well. If you're able to support us with monies, we do really appreciate that. You can send a direct tip in, and I will read out your message, or donation in, and I will read out your message at the break. Those are super awesome and really appreciated. You can also sign up for regular monthly donations over on our Patreon and get access to some cool behind-the-scenes rewards and that fun stuff. There is a goal below me, which is us working towards funding the next season of shows so that we're able to continue providing some support for the people who do our performances here, as well as continuing to pay things like our rent and our various electricity and internet bills. Because it turns out you need the internet to live stream on it. Who knew?
What?
Who knew? I know, right?
I'm shocked.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Also, we don't have plans to do a major fundraiser before the next season, so if you'd like to support those shows, tipping now or donating now and also later are the ways to do so. So with that, let's go ahead and introduce who these wonderful people at the table with me are. This very good table.
Such a
good
beautiful
table.
table.
It is a very
Table
nice.
that
I'm not
is
going to glitter.
Gonna be very sparkly. Right in this spot over here. Right here.
That's your signature.
Wrong
You're
camera.
wondering what your signature would be.
Yeah,
Just
just
put my hands on
glittery
there.
handprint.
Glittery handprint.
So let's
Actually.
let's start with
Yeah,
the glitter over here, the glitter queen. Who are you? What's your name, your pronouns, your character's name, your character's pronouns, and feel free to consider telling us why you're covered in glitter.
I'll wait on that one.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Shell Game. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter and Instagram at the Shell Game. My pronouns are she, her, and my character's pronouns are also she, her, and she is Anon Nisi, and you should just know that she sees herself as someone that everyone should be aware of at all times. I'm fairly certain everyone in the studio is very aware of where I am at all times right now.
You shine. You just sparkle. Just sparkle.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Shake, shake.
That's right. That's right. I also won't sit on the couch, I promise.
Oh, hello. My name is Bonsai Baby. Also Bonsai Baby on Instagram and Twitter. Bonsai Baby on Twitch. Yes. I play Dale Fink, who's a skeptical paradox who may have something interesting in this new recursion, not telling you what. I am a she, but he is a he, and I've been with the Fae for many years, lifetimes. About maybe 900 years. 900.
900?
900.
Really
900?
long night.
We'll come back to that.
Hey, I'm Janine. I am Admiral Asma on Twitter. I play Jade Atwood, Captain Jade Atwood, one-armed leader and always 3 weeks from retirement agent of the estate. Pronouns she, her, and I'm just cosplaying Carol Danvers, always. So there you go.
It's your boy, Wes Kiss, a.k.a. Nathan Kiss, a.k.a. ASMRL Stein, a.k.a. King of Carrot Flowers, a.k.a. L. Ron Jeremy, a.k.a. Oswald Dukes, a lucky spinner with lots of cool stuff to do. My pronouns, as well as my character pronouns, are he, him, and I like to think of myself as a friend.
My name's Jackie Dash, A-K-I-D-A-S-H, and currently I am playing in the Pine When the Sky Was Night. I Took a Breath, otherwise known as Pine Knight, who is our resident knight with no lord currently. He is a graceful fector. My own personal pronouns are she, her. My character's pronouns are he, him. And let's get crazy.
I mean, I think we're already there. I wouldn't worry about it. ASMR Elstein. That one's good.
That's been a YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to me read Goosebump books.
Is it just you turning the pages of Goosebumps books?
It's me reading the pages and just being spooked by it.
Ooh.
You can hear my reactions.
Use some ASMR.
What are they doing with that ice cream?
I am Random Tuesday. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be your GM for this evening. So good. Okay, so we're getting towards like a conclusions to our stories. We've experienced a lot of different things. We've rescued Jade from the strange. We've discovered the long lost fiance who's actually the Wicked Witch of the West of Oz. We determined finally. Pine figured out that the sage that he had dedicated his life to was in fact a piece of very bad person. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to swear or not anymore. He's just a terrible human being. And Pine has finally discovered and understood that. And so that was what we determined in the previous episode. They went to a place called Astoria. They helped the sage on his quest to fix the problems that he had caused. They met a dragon and a princess, and it all worked out relatively well in the end, and I'm sure no one has any lingering feelings about it whatsoever. But there's been this other thing happening in the background, which is this group called the September Project, which are sort of similar in many ways to the estate, which our protagonists work for, except for that part where the September Project's kind of working to destroy the world. Super similar. The September Project is working for a person called the Betrayer. They are an individual who would like to take over Earth and kind of claim it as their own. Not so great. And agents of the estate have been disappearing. Their missions have been found out about and attacked. The September Project has somehow known what the estate has been up to. And they figured out that the reason for this is there is a psionic coming in from a place called Adam Nocturne. And this psionic is basically reading the minds of estate agents that have been captured to learn what they know, find out their plans, and also reading the minds of people that they suspect might be agents for the estate, and basically helping the September Project oust these agents and find out what the estate's up to. And Adam Nocturne happens to be where our dearest Inan Nisi is from. It is a recursion, and recursions are basically little pocket dimensions that have typically a specific theme or tone or are based off of some sort of fictional setting, because they're created by a process called fictional leakage, which if you experience for more than 4 hours, please consult your doctor. But where enough people believe in a certain thing, it becomes its own reality. And Anon is from Adam Nocturne. So at one point, Anon sent, through the estate, sent on a message to her parents, her mothers, Hera and Juno, politicians on Adam Nocturne, to basically ask if they knew anything about potential dangerous psionics or people that might have connections to Earth other than herself, and could be the person responsible for this. So the conclusion to that we'll find out a little bit later. But the group of you have returned to Earth from Astoria. I assume we turn over Rowan Wise, formerly known as the Sage, to the authorities at the estate.
We kick him a couple times.
Yeah,
before we do.
is there any opportunity for
like cops.
like him to run into an untimely end?
No.
I mean, how hard are you gonna try to kill him?
Not very hard right now.
Then probably not, because I feel like unless you worked pretty hard, like Jade seems pretty set on turning him over to the estate. So either I think you'd have to convince her to go along with you, or you'd have to work pretty hard to go against her.
To avoid.
To
Fight!
truly untimely end him. Would you?
Yeah,
Okay.
Is
because
to
I
let
think
him die
Jade's already
alone.
talked to the estate about turning him over. And
That old.
What did Dale say?
What?
Sorry, I was talking to Janine, so I didn't hear.
Oh no, I was just saying if
mumbling.
you ask, the best way to get revenge is to let him die old and alone and crippled.
So I need to cripple him.
Emotionally or physically?
Both.
Okay.
Let's not limit
I
ourselves.
mean, he's already emotionally stunted. So Dale, eventually, you wake up before the group translates back from Astoria. You had a wonderful dream, and then you sort of remember that not all of it was a dream. You had been wandering in the woods after the confrontation with the wolf, and you had found this ring, this beautiful circle of bright red and white toadstools. And you had thought, perhaps I shall sample one of these. I shall take one back with me through my danglies or with my danglies. And you stepped into this ring, and then suddenly you found yourself in a world of chimes and light, and also people luring you and offering you food, and you passed the time. How much time did you pass there?
900 years. Maybe 90. It's hard to tell after a certain point.
Maybe it was only 9 hours. But in the realm of the Fae, you drank from their cups of wine, you ate their delicious foods,
Did you learn to
and
play flute?
you were in service to the good fairy queen for
They told me a lot about them.
some time, perhaps.
They know
Or
about
no time
them.
at all.
Yes.
And then you were dumped back. You don't remember this part, but you wake up, I think being carried. We determined that you were being carried by Pine most of the time, on someone's back, and you come to your senses, and in the sky, like, you see a dragon. You're probably right when they're having tea with the princesses when this happened. There is a princess. She has a little tiara on, and she looks like she's about 16, serving you all tea. The sage at this point has been hogtied, and
Nicely.
nice,
Oh,
gently
no, I didn't do
hogtied.
it.
Oh, I did it real nice.
Good. Thanks, Jade.
Oh, you're awake.
They sent me back into the right time, I see. I have a message that I know that I need to spread to all of you. They told me more about them and they.
The Fae?
Oh, say sorry.
The Fae.
Dale just stares off into the distance.
Do you need something to eat, Dale?
No, I had the scrumptious meals every day of my life and got to hear the finest music. It's just on the cusp of my mind.
Every day of your life? You were gone an evening, Dale.
No. It was years, thousands, maybe.
Thousands now?
Thousands.
Tell me more.
It's magical.
And eventually, your tea wraps up, and then you all return to Earth. You do not try and make the sage meet an untimely end.
For now.
You hand over Rowan to the authorities at the estate, and Riley is quite impressed. He kind of looks at me. He's like, well done. Honestly, I never thought anyone would get a hold of that slippery something.
I feel like he's probably a good source of information. Hope you get something out of him.
That means I have to talk to him. I'll put some
No.
good agents on that one.
Be careful.
He's
Oh,
a
I assume we're all here. Are we not?
I mean, if you
Yeah.
went in, I think this might be probably just Jade and Riley talking.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, I hate to say this, but I think we need to put a watch on Pine.
You worried about something happening, or Pine doing something?
I don't know. He's just having a rough time with all the stuff about the sage, and
Well, the entire foundation of his existence was shattered, I assume.
yeah, his perception of the world. I don't know. I'm probably being paranoid, but
You worried he might do something drastic,
yeah,
or maybe foolhardy.
yeah.
And strange. I've never met anyone who has ever done that before.
Yeah.
He just sort of looks at you for a moment.
Say it. Just say it.
Well, you remember
Yeah.
the
Oh, you go.
The
Okay.
time in Arden.
Fine. Yeah, go list them. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Arden.
I remember
Yeah.
you coming back from Astoria and
Yep.
saying that you'd been court-martialed, but not being able to tell me why.
Yep. Yeah.
How was it there,
Not good.
by the way? No?
Nope.
No?
Nope. Not good at all. Haven't you ever? I don't know. Haven't you ever like gone to a recursion and it just went really poorly?
Sometimes, yes, but normally just because not. You were court-martialed there the last time you were there, so I can't imagine.
Yeah.
And then there was also that other time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
You were in your own time, and all of us were in our own time, more hot-headed and impulsive.
Yes. Age has soothed my rage and all that. Is that what you're saying? Yes.
I
I
just-
grew up.
Find it very wonderful, charming, amusing that you are concerned about Pine in the way that others have been concerned about you in the past.
And I appreciate those people, including you. Even though you like to bring up the bad baby planet, and I don't want to talk about that ever.
No, I'm sorry. I'll stop bringing that one up. It's
Thank you.
bad.
That was a bad one.
Right. I'll make sure that whoever is talking to Rowan is versed in his ability to convince people of things that he wants them to believe.
Yeah.
Other than that, how'd it go? I mean, you started in Paradiso, and then you ended up in Astoria.
Yeah. I don't know. Makes me think about taking a longer vacation, you know?
Oh. Actually taking some time off to enjoy yourself, recover.
Yeah, whatever that might be like. I mean, they do fine without me.
They've been doing pretty well. I was impressed when we went to go get you.
I was impressed that they were, I don't know,
Most
they
people wouldn't.
became a team.
Most people wouldn't take that much of a risk, though, for someone.
True. No, I think they're a special group of people. So, I don't know, maybe I can take a break.
Are you looking in the market for another arm?
I didn't know there was an arm market.
Well, you know, there's plenty of recursions that can grow them, build them. If it becomes enough of a part of you, it should translate.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about it. I've done a little research, but I don't know. It's hard to compare arms.
There is also the risk that whatever you get will be very different when you go places.
Right.
You could end with a tentacle.
What would you do?
I mean, what I've got is different. The damage to my leg isn't.
Right, but if you
It's
were
a
missing
missing.
an arm, what would you do?
I guess it depends on what sort of life you want to live and how much it gets in your way. If it doesn't stop you doing what you enjoy doing, then I wouldn't necessarily worry about it. But if it's preventing you and you have access to something that can help you get around that.
Well, I'm not as good with my left hand, and I don't hit as hard. But I still have all those people out there that, over the years, I crossed or I arrested a relative. What I'm saying is, I'm a
gets
little
in your way.
underpowered here, but the risks are still the same. So yeah, I'm thinking about an arm. I mean, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can keep fighting effectively without it.
Do you want to keep fighting?
That's the question, isn't it?
I mean, desk jobs aren't as bad as they look, he says, and there's like this stack of paperwork next to him.
Who said that they were
and like you
bad?
look, I think we cut to his email inbox and it's like 1,200 unread emails. It's like desk jobs aren't that bad.
Well,
Screaming in the inside.
I mean, if you think the estate wants to put me in a position where they'd have to manage me on a daily basis. I don't know if you've thought this through.
I have, because I would probably end up being the one who would be your manager. I took a desk job a lot sooner than you did.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'll think about it, but I think either way, I still want an arm.
We're of the same generation of agents.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing this for a while, and I chose to.
You're giving me the slowing down talk.
I'm just saying if that's.
oh my
what,
god,
I'm just
you're giving
asking
me
what
the
you,
slowing down talk. I can still keep up. I just am missing an arm.
I'm not
okay?
saying you can't.
I still run a 7-minute mile, okay?
Never mind. I was just trying to
Wow.
suggest if you want, you are one of our best agents. You have been consistently, despite also being a you. That's maybe not the best way to put that. You are great in the field, and I think you would make a great operative lead.
I'll think about it.
Just saying my position might open up eventually.
Well, you are getting older.
I was gonna be promoted, but that's fine. It's fine, Jade. Whatever. I miss being on
You
a
know
team
you
with
adore me.
I do, and I
I
miss.
adore you too.
I miss translating with you sometimes. Sometimes. How did Devante take it?
I don't know. You would have to check with the others.
I just remembered there was a thing between the two of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I went on that vacation.
For 9
Mexico.
months?
Yeah. I mean, really. It was.
Go relax for a little while. Should be hearing back soon from Anand's mothers, and you'll probably want to go with them. Adam is a unique recursion.
All right. I'll Go down to the shooting range.
I think
No, my
Oz
certification
might
is
be
coming
down
due.
there.
Oh.
At that point, we will fade out of this scene. While you're on Earth, is there anything other than hitting over the sage? What do you do? Is there any downtime things any of you wanted to do before you find out what your mothers have to say?
I think Anon would, she would want to know where Rowan landed, and she would make friends with whoever his jailer is.
Okay.
Best friends. So that he'll tell her anytime Rowan gets moved or transferred or anything like that.
Okay. I think a lot of it is like there's a specific section of the estate. They're not really like set up for prisoners specifically, so it's maybe falls a little bit closer to like a house arrest kind of situation. So he has like a space that he is in, but he is prevented from leaving. But you can find out the people who know about his actions and movements, and they'll. It's definitely going to be more than one person, so you're probably spending your time getting to know a good number of people, because it's not like they have a jail, so it's not like a specific person's necessarily. There's like a detail of security people.
Okay. I think she would try and make best friends with all of them, so that if anything happens, she'll know. That's her one goal.
Cool. Anyone else?
I mean, I'll go ahead. How long is the waiting period?
It'll be a few days.
900
probably.
years.
I don't know. What's Dale's concept of time these days? Like, how does he feel about the passage of time?
I think for the first few days, it's mostly staring and sitting.
Like anywhere in particular? Do we just like see
Randomly
him,
Park
like,
bench
in-
feeding ducks.
like or random places around the campus of the estate, or random places around Seattle? Like, how far does Dale go?
Seattle, just random. Well, first day is going to be around the old haunts where, like, you know, part of Dale goes, oh, I need to research something, and he may or may not break into areas and then just sit there.
What would you
Staring.
do if I sang out of tune?
Just like Frozen.
Like he's like about to take a bite of a sandwich and just like.
Bye, bye,
Pretty
Miss
much.
America.
And apparently
Randy
old
Newman.
like 60s, 70s songs are playing in the
Don't call
background.
my name, don't call my name.
We just look over and there's like a busker on a street corner singing.
He just follows him around to each of the places, like even outside the security place, he's just right out by the gate, like.
Baby shark, dum, 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 dum.
I think, let's see, if it's going to be a couple of days, maybe I'll get out of it third day?
Okay, like day 3, Dale starts.
Getting kind of back.
The hangover is finally wears
Finally,
up.
the Fae.
Fangover?
The
The
Fae-over?
fangover. That's
The
something
Fae-over.
different.
Yeah.
The fayover.
The Fae-over. And then I'll snap back in place, and I think the best thing right now, Pine, you want to go to this place called an arcade.
Question: was Pine just like following?
Who do you think was singing?
Was it Oz?
No, Pine got a zoon.
I think time was very hard to find for the couple first day. Not like ran away from home,
Okay,
but like,
so like this sentence Dale is saying is to
Probably
himself out loud with no one around him.
Well,
I think eventually you'll find like they
I
share
think
like
I
a
feel
room
like-
right next to each other.
Okay, so, like, we
I
eventually
know, I
you'll-
thought we were roommates with the bunk bed.
You're right. We were roommates with a bunk bed.
Yup.
I mean, I'm sure also
sense.
it makes sense that they also, even if you're hiding,
Yeah.
bumping around, you just see me in the forest somewhere in random Seattle.
Hiding isn't exactly what Pine is doing. Just
Well-
very specific things every day.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up, you run, you eat 5 minutes, then you go work out with this person, and then you run again,
Mm-hmm.
and then you eat a second time,
I have a very
and then you
important question
stretch,
for you.
and then you run, and then you probably have to bathe because you ran all day, and then you nap, and you eat some more, and you run.
Cool.
Oh.
I didn't hear anyone's a particular name in that order of events. So
No,
Jade,
it definitely happened.
do you go talk to Quake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you do that before Dale approaches you about the
I
arcade?
think he immediately goes to Quake.
Okay.
Pine is like
So we'll cut to that and then we'll come back to arcade time.
So I think like Pine probably like straight from the mission. Is there any amount of briefing he has to do?
Yeah, you guys probably all do, like, all of y'all do, like, a little debrief after every mission, and then I think what we then saw is Jade staying behind talking with Riley after, or, like, walking back with him to his office, and that was that kind of, like, immediate scene. So you talk about what happened on your mission, because, like, you went to Paradiso, and then you sort of show up on the campus with another person, and so you do the debrief, and then after that, they kind of let you off to yourself.
Mm-hmm. I think Pine goes, and Quake's still in the hospital, correct? Like, Quake's still recovering.
I think at this point, so you went to...
Paradiso, and then...
Yeah, so you had, ooh, I have the, like, list, the schedule. You were in the... No, because you went and rescued Jade, since then.
Okay.
And then Jade came back, and then you went to Paradiso. So I think she's probably out of the hospital, but like still not allowed on missions.
Is it physical? Not physical
Yeah, she has like some
therapy.
she's probably going through like some PT, and they're just like, we're not gonna let you translate. Like, and also her team is gone. So I think she's spending a lot of time. They are not currently
Is this
known
one
whereabouts.
of those
She
things
spends a lot of
where-
time with Lily.
Probably.
Because it's like the only person she really knows at the estate except for Pine.
I bet they're like, we have to stay as a team.
Yeah.
The issue is like Lily and her are
Oh.
a weird combination, so it's
Yeah.
hard to fill them with weirder
Both the
people.
Yeah.
siblings- Do both the siblings like paired up with a random weird person?
No.
No.
Just realized.
Yeah. Look, they're not good at. They're weird, and so they need weird people. Yeah. So.
They need the balance.
So I think, yeah, Quake is probably like still mostly spending her time on the campus.
Yeah. I mean, they both have places on the campus.
Yeah,
Like,
and so
that's where live.
she's like at the coffee shop, like with Lily, and they're and trying to be like, I do not understand. What do you mean by this filter? Why is my face not my face anymore on this strange device?
I think Pine just walks up. Tiny child.
Yes. Snapchat.
Pine just like, I see Pine and Quick have the similar
Yep.
faces.
Okay, sorry. What were you saying?
Tiny child. There
Yeah.
is an adorable. I cannot lie. You need to leave.
Okay. Have fun.
Thank you.
She like picks up all of her pink and glittery things and like walks away.
You're at. I think like he's.
Hello, Pine. How was your mission? Where did you go? I did not see you.
No.
You returned from rescuing your companion, comrade.
I purposefully did not tell you, and for that I am utmost sorry.
Why must you apologize? It was a mission. Why should I need to know what you were doing?
Because it was a mission that you also pledged yourself to.
What?
I was afraid that you were not well enough yet, and so I purposefully did lie, but now
I
I
think
am.
Quake like stands
Yes.
up. Are you standing or sitting?
I think Pine was standing, and I think he still stands, and even though Quake is shorter,
Yeah.
I think Pine feels
Broader.
small.
Yeah.
Yes.
She just gets very close. Where did you go, brother?
I found him.
And you did not tell me?
I am telling you
You
right
did
now.
not bring me? I am
No.
a sworn knight to him as well as you. Where is he? Why are you not with him? Why have you not returned to Zenzut? Did he die? Did you
No.
fail at your mission?
I would not fail.
You failed plenty of times.
The sage never existed.
What?
His name was Rowan Wise. It is not the one who was prophesized. He slipped into that role, and he took it. He is not helpful. He banished Watertook, and he banished us.
This cannot be true.
You know my devotion to him was harder and sturdier than yours. Do not question this.
You loved him.
I did.
I would not call that devotion. I would call that infatuation. You let your feelings cloud your professionalism. Are you sure you are not doing that again now?
I was wounded. That is very true. In the library. Remember how I talked about that place that neither of us need to go to?
A place full of books and words.
Words and lies and deceit, but also truth. There's no book on the sage. There's a book on you and me, but not on the sage. There's one on Rowan Wise. And how he lied. And this was told to me by people who I trust above anything. It was told to me by the sage.
You spoke with him?
Yes.
Where is he now?
In this compound.
Where?
I was not told.
I think, like, Quake, she takes a breath, and then she just turns around and, like, screams and slams the table that she was sitting at on the ground, and then, like, picks up a chair and just smashes it. I am sorry, and she, like, apologizes to whoever, like, whatever worker is, like, delivering someone's latte. He lied to us. Why?
He does not value us. That is why. He does not see how strong you are. He does not understand how fast I am.
She puts a hand on Pine's shoulder. For all I give you a hard time, brother. I value you. You are my flesh and blood. You are my family. And while we may not be alike in many ways,
We have
We
the same
need each
name
other.
day. We are bound.
if he was not the sage, then what do we do? Is Zenzut truly still in trouble?
Yes. But you know that. We both can step now. We can both walk. We need to find somebody who can help. I believe this place will help us.
Very well.
After we take... There's a project about the 9th month. The September project.
It is strange that they only have 9 months.
Yes. Well, they're the ones who took you.
Yes.
I had thought you would want to destroy them.
I would greatly appreciate that opportunity, but I am not allowed to go.
Why?
The doctors here said I am not ready yet.
Are your bones not made of stone?
Not yet. I have broken many things in front of them, and they said that is not proof enough.
Someone told me once that if you could rip a book of phones
I
of
have
all
done
the
this.
addresses, you've done that?
I have ripped it in half. I have crushed a watermelon between my thighs, Pine.
And they still do
And
not
they
let you
still
go?
do not believe I have enough strength in me.
What if you throw that tiny child?
Lily! But I think you also, like, as she's saying that, you, like, look down and she's probably still got, like,
Oh, she's
like
got-
an air boot. Like, she's got one of those
Yeah.
walking boots on one of her legs and, like her arms still in, like, some sort of brace or something.
It
She's-
probably has the wrap. Like
Yeah. Yeah, she's clearly not better.
But I think Pine starts, like, I think...
So she also wouldn't call it a watermelon. She's like, I have crushed the green fruit. The hard green
The
fruit.
green orb.
The green orb.
The green orb of blood.
Crushing the green fruit of your loins.
Ah,
My loin fruit.
they also paid me oddly after recording.
I was surprised. Ed yet.
Yeah, she's in one of those, like, walking boots.
No, she's not. But here's the thing. In Sanzu, she would have just been put down like a horse. There's no use for a knight.
Yeah, probably.
you
Sam's
just
suit's
take
kind of a terrible
Oh.
choice.
You just fight until you die.
In
And
Zanzu,
then
your
what
legs
you-
are like fingers.
They would have
like
just
horses.
like center
Yeah,
back
keep
in,
going. Yeah.
until she died.
Little
Yeah.
finger legs.
Cool.
So Knight has begun his beginning knight regimen again. So you work very hard until there's a lord who finds you worth taking. So
Good. Yeah, I think with that, like, Quake sort of picks up the table that she threw and the chair that she smashed. The chair is broken. And she gets a different chair and sort of sits back down in it. Please join me. Let us.
mourn.
Yes. And I think we can fade out on
Oh.
that scene. Okay. Oz, what were you doing? And then we can come back to the arcade.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Oz was, as soon as he got back, just doing stuff, doing dad time, but all the while in secret and solitude, perfecting the perfect wedding Pinterest account. And with all the
I
sneaking,
feel so bad that Laura doesn't understand weddings.
snuck into Laura's lab and left the login and password on her laptop with the home login screen open, and right by the enter button, just wrote drew a picture of an arrow and wrote "press me" and drew a heart. And then it logs in. But
What does his perfect Pinterest board look like?
Ideally Oz would want a summer wedding. But feeling a little something different, just kind of leaning into like Laura's interest and her passion. We're gonna do something probably around the fall, maybe something close to Halloween, but not too tacky. Definitely.
She had feelings about Halloween.
Oh shoot! I gotta go back. But just like
But she could never tell you because you're like, I hate all of these witches, and you're like, why? And you're like, this is not what witches look like. And you're like, how do you know that?
Oh no, not
like,
on Halloween, but just like something around it because I don't want it to get kind of like mixed
Yeah.
and like, hey, our anniversary's on Halloween.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a joke after like 5 years. Sorry. But just something so like the leaves are changing, so like maybe we could have like some nice like warm colors with like some accent of green.
Okay.
Just like something to kind of involve that, to be like, hey, I see you for who you are. I know you, and I appreciate that part of you. Also, the size of the ceremony is going to be small but open and feel big. But it's
I
all.
really hope in real life you've made this Pinterest board.
I don't want to talk about that anymore. And that's it. That's it. It's all done. That's it.
For the rest of it, keep going.
Oh, I said, this is dumb. Sorry, it's a joke. Psych.
Oh.
I hope this theme is over the rainbow.
Oh.
And you play that song?
We were gonna walk down an aisle, but it was gonna be on a
yellow brick.
a goat trim because we're gonna have like goat leaves to lead it down, and it was just gonna be the
Is it gonna be ukulele?
no theremin. The most scientific instrument ever thought of that shit. Sounds like aliens are gonna do it.
I think so. We see Laura and she like pushes the enter button, and I think there's two things that happen. Is one, she like appreciates all of this. She's been watching a lot more shows. She's like trying to understand the like weddings, and like she had 2 years to kind of figure it out. But she's trying to like understand like why people do it more so than like the mechanics behind them. But then she just discovered Pinterest.
Oh.
So then she comes back and she's like, so I made a few more Pinterest boards.
Oh, that's awesome. So did you like it?
This one is, and it's just like, here are houses, and it's just like, she goes deep.
But Laura, no, we don't have gluten allergies. Where are you making these gluten allergy?
Well, what if someone at our wedding has a gluten allergy?
You're right.
It
I
would
should
be
have thought
very
of that.
rude if we didn't have something for them.
You are correct. This one right here. This is like another like sort of like.
I've got a baby room one as well.
Yeah.
We should redecorate.
Okay.
Also, mason jars. They're a thing.
For
Everything.
what? We don't. We can have like some marbles.
But it's here.
but
It's like, look at this mason jar.
that's a good mason jar.
It's blue, but we could make it green. And put candles in them. And more lights.
Yeah. That sounds.
I'm sorry. I'm.
No.
I know I'm doing that thing. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. Because there's an outlet to this. Craft unto your heart's content. And then I log on to Etsy and make her an Etsy account. It can serve a purpose.
The internet is so deep. I had 2 years, but I was very busy in those 2 years. Here, figuring out how to fix all of this, and now I just can appreciate all of this. There's a lot.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Maybe it should be simple. Maybe we should. How much of Munchkinland should I actually invite?
Oh,
They don't all like me, but some of them do.
how about this? You got a bunch of ideas?
Should we have 2 weddings?
Let's have a wedding tour. Hop from recursion to recursion to see all of our friends and throw a wedding.
I'm not opposed to that. Should I invite Dracula?
It's kind of the reason how we met, so I wouldn't be. He's a maybe.
But that means we have to have it at night.
I mean, we can do like a night reception. That'll be fine.
I could ask him to use the I mean, I don't think my castle's still there, but his castle's probably still there.
We'll have to do some decorating and cleaning,
Right.
but
And no eating the guests.
no eating the guest.
Okay.
Hey, it's doable.
This sounds like a terrible idea, but I also a pretty good idea.
It does.
Also, here's a bunch of outfits that I think we should put the children in for the wedding.
Oh, wow.
I have a very large board for this one.
I'm gonna get back to this. This is a lot. All right, you keep on going.
I need to stop. This happened when I discovered Twitter the first time,
Oh.
and then Tumblr,
Oh.
and then I found Archive of Our Own.
I'm just gonna close this right quick. Have you seen the outside?
There's no windows in her lab.
The house just keeps turning.
I guess. I should leave this lab.
Let's go for a walk.
Let's go for a walk.
Let's go for a walk.
And she like scoops up the Ella, and I think at this point like Frank is, he's like what, like 9 months probably.
Yeah. Just
He's like
trucking around.
Yeah, so he's like doing the really awkward like,
That's my favorite.
and then falls over.
What you do is that you walk behind and then you let them grab on to your fingers with like, and it's like, oh, there you go. There you go. You feel like a Macy's Day balloon float. You're just
Like 2 hours later, you get outside with this tiny toddler.
What a 2
who's
hours.
very tuckered out by the time you get in the building.
Does he start doing the he just sits down, like I'm done walking.
It's like,
Good.
thank you.
It's lovely. That's Pinterest. Dale, you have left your stupor.
Yes.
And
I no longer
You're
drugs.
like-
they
like you
they
sit-
did drugs.
You sit. Oh, it was a lot of drugs.
It was a lot of drugs.
You like sit up in your bunk bed.
I've been poisoned. They told me lies. I should have known.
Huh? Like Pine sits up from sit up? What do people do to wear yoga? Pine does yoga.
And does yoga.
Pine, why didn't you hand me the antidote? Flip over the mattress. There's antidotes for everything.
Wait, who has bottom bunk? Who has top bunk?
Oh,
So here's the thing, you might like top because it's more defensible.
no, but you can stab me underneath. But I trust you, but you can still stab me underneath.
I genuinely believe this conversation actually happened in these two characters' lives. Like, you would like the top bunk. It is more defensible. And like, but you can stab me. I trust you, but you can stab me.
The glaive can reach you no matter where you are, top or bottom. I will protect you from the bottom because most things are not as tall as me.
But if something invades and tries to shoot me from a laser beam in a satellite
Yes.
from top, your fleshy body can slightly stop the laser.
Correct, enough for you to escape.
Yes.
Here is the problem. What is more probable? The lizards coming through the main door or the lasers from the ceiling? Because both are very
What if
clearly
a
want you
laser
dead.
comes from the ground?
Trick question.
Trick question. I can answer this one. Ground moles do not have lasers.
Have you been looking at all of the like cryptid boards that
He
Hale's
just told me all this.
Oh yeah, because he can't
Mole people
read.
don't
He
have
just-
lasers.
Yeah, mole people don't have lasers. You know what? Actually,
We could always put the
what
pillows
is
in
the
your
weight
bed.
distribution of this? Because if I had a mattress that may or may not be filled with something that the
These are
estate-
strong beds. These are good wood. Like, it's the side. This will survive.
You can fix so many deals in this baby.
What? Okay. Stop me if
Do you
this.
need a Pinterest board?
Yeah, stop me if this is completely just dumb.
I assume literally everyone had a part of this conversation.
Yeah.
We have discussed it and have brought in people.
Okay.
Oz
in
walks
this case,
in to come
Oz
talk
just,
to them.
Why don't you just put 2 dummies on the bunk beds and you 2 sleep over there and watch the bunk beds? So in case they do attack, you get the drop on them.
That's genius.
Here, you can have this futon.
Everyone's always got a futon they're trying to get rid of.
But yes. Also, the windows are blacked out. There's some things that I put on the wall because I told you it's nice to put these materials. Your cell phone doesn't work in here, but you don't need it.
I do not need it.
Yes.
Why is there foil on your walls?
To protect from the lizards.
No, there's nothing. What are you talking about? You see nothing.
So as you can see, I do not like the futon because it's too close to the ground, but it is more defensible.
This is our room. Hello.
Flash forward to the actual current events.
Okay.
You wake up.
Yes.
You rip off
Pine.
your rat mattress.
Pine. And there's like this, like
It's a
mattress.
sleeping bag in the closet. That's what you settle on. Sleeping bag in the closet.
Yes, sleeping bag in the closet. Are we in the closet together?
No, you probably stepped out of it.
Okay.
But do you usually sleep in the closet
I do
together?
not.
I mean,
Okay.
are either of you in the closet?
I don't think Pine is in the closet.
I think he's just very
I do not understand. There's too much germs involved. No.
closet.
And things.
We should talk more about this later.
Ugh. No.
Dale,
Yes. Look,
you've awoken.
yes. Remember when I told you that if I ever encountered things with wings and pointy ears to give me this contraption?
Describe this contraption.
It's gonna be like this, like, weird silver flask bottle with an iron necklace attached to it.
When I got you here, you said, "You are fine, let me be alone." And then you walked into your closet. I assumed you were fine and wanted to be alone.
Dale and Pine Night in the morning.
What happened, though? I don't remember anything. The Fae are horrible.
Well, there was a magnificent ring of things that you were not supposed to step in that you stepped in. Then we bargained with words. You were strong like iron, and the fairies did not like that. So you were released into our care. And then you slept for a long time, woke up, yelled at a dragon because it was one of them. We had to apologize to the dragon over tea. Then we took you back and you said everything is fine and walked into the closet, and now we are here.
But I mean, like, was it them? Because there are elders. Could have been.
I mean, the dragon was named
Tealdrus.
Tieldrus, and it used the name
hungry.
Tieldrus and not them. So I assume it was not them. But next time I will clarify.
Maybe. Did you get a sample?
Yes,
Ah.
of the wolf. It was
Alright.
Tieldrus was royalty, and it is impolite to rip the teeth of royalty out.
I mean, I guess. Okay.
it is nice to have you back.
Thank you.
This
It's
room
nice.
was quiet.
Remember that little white noise thing I gave you? This little thing right here?
Yes, but I
It's to
punished
drown.
myself with quietness so I could think.
But they're gonna hear you if you don't play this. Yeah. Yeah.
It's ocean noises.
So,
And the janitor just walks past, like,
I'll sit down for a second. And while it's all fixing mine, do you want to talk about it?
Talking does nothing. It has been concluded. I have no bonds anymore. I am not bonded. I have no promises. I have broken them. And so I will continue to exist.
Have I ever taken you to this place called an arcade?
No,
Let us go.
as you wish. Can I change clothes?
Do you have a tracker on you? Of course. If you have a tracker on you, you should definitely change your clothes.
Oh, of course. And a tracker is, again,
Remember this wand? I'll take it. If it goes, that means you have to just change it because they might be tracking.
I have
you.
not yet seen one of these trackers, so I still do not know what they look like.
They're on you. Don't worry.
Okay.
They could be in you too. You never know.
And so they change and they...
So the two of you go to the arcade. What is Pine's favorite game that he discovers?
Everything is loud.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is loud.
Mm-hmm. And flashing lights.
Yes. There's one where you get to ride the mechanical horse that has two wheels.
Uh-huh.
And you could tilt this way and this way. But to be careful, because if you tilt it too far and you use your legs, you can break it.
Yes.
So I guess different question. How many games at the arcade does Pine break?
Does breaking the glass in front of the screen count?
Yes, it does. That counts as
3.
breaking.
It's okay. There's a lot of arcades. We can get out of here quick.
There was one called Area 54.
Nope.
And in that game, there was a giant green thing, and I used a knife.
That was reasonable. That was reasonable. I'm pretty sure they're trying to mind control you.
Dale's favorite game.
Actually, yeah. Dale's favorite game would be pinball.
Okay. Is
Pinball
he a
is
pinball
nice.
wizard?
Yes.
It is very magical.
It's very magical.
How does Pine feel about DDR?
It all
He's
moves very
graceful.
fast. Yes. There's no... probably well.
Okay.
He understands it.
I guess in the middle of these, I'll be like, so Pine, I think we'll go ahead and call your old thing, the sage, whatever. We'll call him Voldemort now.
Why?
I eventually will introduce you to this audiobook. I've been thinking about giving you this because you can't read. Here's book 1, with also this book. I'll just pull it out of my pockets.
Are they actual, like, cassette tapes?
Yes.
So the first book one is like 5 cassette tapes?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a whole stack. They actually do still sell them.
Oh, I was gonna be like, did you like make cassette tapes of them?
is it you reading the book?
You know what? Yes.
Oh!
They're the simplest machines, so I'll
Yeah.
just go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, you just-
Or it could be on CD, either or. But
No,
yes.
I like this one. It goes
Yes.
like a snake opening its mouth for a story.
So once you have read this, yes. Once you have read, or once you have looked at this and read this, I put the cues and
That's my
also
favorite symbol.
little notes so you can see highlighted notes. You'll understand why I chose Voldemort. But I've been giving it some thought now that my mind is no longer muddled.
Yes.
I think there is a way to help Zanzu.
I am listening.
You know how they said before that they made Arden to protect the Earth?
Yes.
If I research and study enough, maybe we could make an Arden for Zanzut.
Like another small place. and then we protect that place.
Yes, we just keep building.
Ah,
Except, like, eventually that place is gonna be. You just.
Just keep building.
Yeah, this
I like
should be
this.
protected.
How
This
can
wall is not strong enough.
how can Sensuit help? How can I help?
We need to tell them our story. And make them believe in them. Because you know they are real. And if we set the darkness against them, them will be very strong and may save Zanzu.
So we are going to save Sensuit with them,
Yes.
your ultimate enemy.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So we could make both of the bad places go if they both kill each other.
And Sensuit will be safe.
Yes.
I assume, like, they had met a park bench, and, like, Pine just stands up from the park bench. Yes!
I have many books about these thems, and we can distribute them all over Zanzu.
Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it
I
as
was
a
kind of
poor man.
thinking, like, hello.
We shall.
My
I like
name
this.
is Elder Dale. And I would like to share with you this most amazing book.
You will have to come to Sensuit. You are. I think Pine like reaches out to your face and like holds your head. Your brain is full of magnificence.
I like to keep it in there, thank you.
Okay. Mine just takes his hands.
Because you kind of crush it. You don't know your strength. But yes, see? You could say, reach out, shoulder. That I
No.
I could have been the chosen.
The prophesized. Oh, the sage.
This is how you remind me of what I really am.
The guy in the background.
Yeah.
Same
No,
one
it's
who's been
actually
following
Nickelback's there. It's just Nickelback at the
Nickelback's fallen
arcade.
on really hard times.
They went to the arcade, didn't do so well. They're trying to get their Nickelback.
Oh, yes.
I will.
But it's not faith in me. It's got to be faith in them. That they must understand.
I will take you to Sensuit after we deal with the project of September. I think if you can perform miracles, perhaps. You do know lots of things.
Yes.
You could correctly guess out of 21 questions what I am thinking almost every time.
It's mostly running.
Yes.
But see, the sage was never in a person. It was always inside people.
No, it was definitely supposed to be a person.
I mean, in every recursion, you've noticed. You have to agree.
You do exist, correct?
We leave this conversation. I love that your solution to this problem is to become evangelicals and spread the good word of them to an entire recursion.
It's not even the good words of them. It's to spread the concept of a hellish group called them.
Yeah.
And then to from that establish a new recursion that is them.
That's
maybe?
religion.
That can be consumed instead of Zanzu.
This is why does this not make sense? This is perfect sense.
It's a perfect.
That's why
plan.
it'll work.
That's
Flawless.
why it
Yeah.
Because
Flawless.
This is the sort of out-of-the-box thinking I expect from
From-
Dale every
from
time.
Dale,
wait, was
yeah.
this not what the estate has been hinting the whole time? Because I feel like that was. No. Have I just been misreading this as an actual? I thought that was the okay. Never mind.
They definitely were not hinting at make an entire recursion believe in them as the solution to Zanzut's problem.
I, on the other hand,
Sounds pretty logical. They said, repeatedly, even The other guy was like, you gotta make new worlds to combat worlds.
He did say that. To be fair, though.
Yeah, I guess
Everybody has
they
been
have
saying
talked
make
about that.
new worlds, and you just have to believe.
Yeah, that's true. The them part never factored into it.
That was the X factor that was missing.
Yeah, maybe.
Now it will work.
Now it will work.
So,
yeah.
everyone has a few days of relaxation. And I think, Anon, you would be contacted first. Riley will send you a text saying, I've heard back. I have a missive from the Anon, from your parents, from Hera and Juno. We have a missive from the Nisi family politicians or diplomats. I guess from the office. What do they call them? Do they refer to them as like diplomat so and so?
Yeah, you would probably have received like a letter from the office of Hera,
Okay.
and
So they would use their first names. Rather than,
rather than
diplomat
Nisi. Yeah.
Okay.
Only for her parents though.
Oh, interesting.
And for Rigel Darth's parents are the same way, because otherwise then how do you differentiate the two different figureheads?
From the office of Hera. I think this one would have come from the office of Juno Nisi.
Okay.
Is the one who sent the message.
And it would just so that we're all clear, the way that anytime you get something from their official office, it's in this like sort of iridescent paper that as you turn it, it sort of shimmers, and the ink is not there until you pick it up and like the paper recognizes that it's you, and then the ink appears.
I think on Earth it ends up being slightly different, and it would probably be like very nice, because when it translates it ends up becoming kind of different. It would be like super nice stationery, but also have like the heat thing, so you can know that it's like not fake, like the sort of, or like a lot of, it's probably got like all of the like shimmering like inlays and stuff that makes it official.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's like
so
not
it's
forged.
Like it looks like a check in that
Yeah,
sense, like it's
like
got the
a-
watermarks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Um,
So I think as soon as Anon gets this, she would just say goodbye to Jack, and then if he doesn't wake up, then she'll just like leave a little note. It's like, oh, it was lovely, blah, blah, blah. And then head into the office. I think she would text Jade on her way in. Yeah, because you don't have a phone. And you can't read.
If you had a phone,
Mine
it
reads
doesn't
out loud.
work in your room.
Yours reads out. Oh yeah, yours
Yeah,
reads out loud
mine
because
reads out loud.
we've texted. So she would do a group text of just like.
Yeah, I think Riley would invite you to bring the others if you would like, but he wants to give you some information first before they bring the whole group. Like he doesn't want to assume that you're okay with people knowing things about you.
Oh, okay.
So he's basically offering you the chance to either invite people to the meeting if you want them there, or to give you some information and then figure out what you're going to tell the rest of the group.
Then I think she would just go to that meeting without texting anyone.
Yeah, because like he doesn't want to assume that you're
Okay with everybody.
okay with
knowing
because he knows you.
That's very nice of him. Very thoughtful. Anon will bring him his coffee.
Oh, thank you. Mine is from yesterday.
Yeah, they have some really good ones here.
I assume you've been enjoying it. I don't know.
Yes.
Autumn, I don't think is known for its
No,
coffee.
not particularly. They don't tend to like bitter things. It's a whole new taste. It's like opening up a new set of opportunities. Some people have told me that they've never tried anything spicy. It's like trying something spicy for the first time and then realizing that it has a nature to, if you have enough of it, then you just sort of get a little bit jittery and everything seems very fast and lovely. And it's interesting.
Right. Our contacts over in Adam Nocturne, they got a message delivered from your parents. I've looked it over. Well, it's actually more directly just from one of your parents, from Juno Nisi. It indicates that the person we should be talking to, who would be most versed in powerful psionics, is a Rigel Darth.
I was really hoping she would give us another name.
She didn't seem to indicate, and the conversations that sound like they had, neither of them had specific information on people we should be looking into. They didn't know enough about anyone particularly suspicious or with potential connections to Earth, other than you, they did point out. And suggested that this Mr. Darth, it sounds like you have a history.
Yes.
Your clear excitement at hearing his name.
Well, there are certain people in your life that just turn up every time you turn around, no matter whether you want them to or not.
Is this going to complicate things in a good way or a bad way?
Well, it may complicate things.
Can we trust him?
Expect that he has his own interests at heart at any given point in time.
So it sounds like you're going to be someone who should definitely go on this mission. Obviously, you're our only estate operative from Adam right now.
Great. It'll be a good chance to reunite.
Whatever information you don't want me to pass on to the rest of the group, is there anything when I debrief them?
Out of this letter? No. No, I think we're fine with this.
So it sounds like when you show up there, our agent should be able to put you in contact with Darth, or it sounds like you already know how to get in touch with him.
I will send him a note.
I don't know how many September Project agents are in Adam. There could be many, there could be none. Be cautious when you're there. Sounds like they have someone under their thumb, and I don't know how or why. It's the other thing to look up.
All right.
Figure out whatever psionic it is they're bringing back to get this information out of our agents. And don't get caught by them.
Well, assuming Rigel isn't one, then I think we'll be all right.
Great. I'll set up the meeting for later today, and everyone can be prepped to head out there.
Do you have any information on Rigel, Darth, that I might gloss over before we head that direction?
Personally, no, he's not really anyone the estate's had particular contact with.
All right.
It sounds like you know him better than we do. I'll happily let you look over anything we do have. Mostly it'd be the report from our agent who's over there.
That would be great. I'll augment it with my knowledge from the library and personal memories.
Care to illuminate me on any of this?
I looked up his book when we were at the library.
Yes, I mean more specifically, what is your history?
The two of us will... For a time, before my parents decided that it was important that I learn directly from the tutor of their choosing, Rigel and I attended the same classes. It was expected of all of the children of the diplomats, politicians, I believe you call them here.
From what I've gathered from our agents' reports, the Nisi family and the Darth family are political rivals.
That is a very polite way of putting it.
And political rivals on Adam can get bloody.
Complicated.
Right.
My own tutor was an unfortunate casualty.
All right, well, I'll see you at the meeting.
I would appreciate if you didn't share the information about my tutor.
That seems unrelated to the mission.
It is. I hope. I had them add a little caramel in there. I hope you don't mind. I thought it might be interesting to try.
That's a nice addition. Thank you. I'll see you in a few hours.
All right.
And all of you, through whatever method it is you normally get messages from Riley, text messages, a person physically coming to find you, you are passed on the information that you have a debriefing for a mission to Adam Nocturne at 1500 hours.
Oh.
Where do they keep hiding these tags?
I told them you were probably in your room.
So does anyone do anything before the meeting?
Oh, I thought we were in the meeting.
I just want to double check.
Actually, I think Anon would go to say hi to Jade, and
Maybe we see them like kind of walking across the campus on their way there.
I think she would just say, "Oh, so at Adam Nocturne, there are some people that I know, and who know me. Our contact is one of them. I just thought that you should hear that from me first." So.
It's your business.
Thank you.
You can
Appreciate
share
that
what you
about
like, or you don't have to share anything at all.
He was just such a child. I'm hoping that he's grown a little bit, but the last time we battled, his name is Rigel Darth, and I have known him for forever, as long as I can possibly remember. There are two types of battles that occur on Adam Nocturne. There are those that occur in the arena, and then there are those that occur in the political sphere, and I was set to gather the same information that Rigel was.
So one more of a physical violence
And
battle, and the other more of a, I don't know, battle of wits and espionage, that kind of thing.
yes, disguises and poisons and such. Although, usually try not to kill people unless it's terribly required.
So is Rigel Darth dangerous?
Yes.
Okay.
He knows how to use his words, and he is good at it. He's also impossibly good at disguises.
Did one of his disguises work on you? You don't have to tell me, Anon. Like I said, it's not my business.
Oh, it did. It was out of that last mission, honestly. It was really good. He just completely changed his entire facial structure.
Wow.
And all with prosthetics. He doesn't even have my talent. It just has this way with makeup that he can just do that. And
Wow.
you know, I thought for sure that I was going to get the decree and get it back to Hera, but he secured the decree. After I had already collected it and was sitting in the bar celebrating, we met, and then we hung out, and then, before anything happened, he was gone with the decree.
Well,
So he is dangerous. But primarily in it for his own means.
so what's he doing here?
Well, he apparently has some information about the psychics, so.
All right, well, we probably shouldn't tell him that I can tell when people are lying.
It's probably a good thing to keep quiet. Oh, and just so that we're clear, I bested him multiple times before that. One time. He got you one time. Just so that we're clear.
I believe you.
He doesn't usually beat me. He just did a really good job with his disguise. And he had changed his entire intonation.
Why do I have a feeling that you want to leave it so that you bested him?
I mean, if I can walk away with it with that, that would be lovely.
Well, you never know. Pride. Something I'm familiar with.
I will best him again.
Well, let's see if there's an opportunity.
So you head into the meeting, and the rest of you all arrive, either or you're already there because Pine's on time and Dale may already be there, but we don't know it yet. Like, pops out from under the table. I've been here the whole time.
I'm just sleeping here. Floor panel.
You were telling me about there's a board, and you just put in any search term, and it populates.
I think
it's on the screen.
Okay.
And then you search for a general theme or aesthetic. Aesthetics the word they like to use. They love that word. And then gives like similar ideas and features. It's like something that will kind of like complement what you're looking for by other people that put that there. So it's just this entire community-based. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
And when do you?
That's fine. We can get started at this meeting whenever.
It's mind control?
Yes, it is all mind
It's
control.
Pinterest.
Haven't you noticed how people just get sucked in?
Laura made me a
waves.
arm board.
Secret
I thought it was very sweet.
messages.
Oh my. Oh. That's,
Yeah.
Okay.
I told her thank you.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Are you two like friends now?
Not really. She
Okay.
just I happened to be in the hall and she.
Oh, here's the notes that she wanted.
You two are friends.
Yes.
'Kay.
Maybe. Who's asking?
Me.
Yes.
Thanks. All right.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Great. We have some information, or we have a lead at least. We know this psychic that this September Project has been employing is from Adam Nocturne, and an individual that Anon has some familiarity with named Rigel Darth is a good point of contact who seems to have some either information or can point us in the correct direction to locate this psychic. What we would like you to do, if you are able to do so, is figure out who this psychic is and stop them in whatever way it ends up being that you need to. This person is dangerous. They have resulted in the deaths of a number of different agents at the estate, as well as putting most of our missions in jeopardy. We've had to stop a lot of activities, and it's not been great. This would hopefully help us get a leg up again on the September Project and continue to work against their desire to destroy all of Earth.
Is this the reason why Quake was damaged?
Yes.
They will die.
We don't know if this person is doing it of their own free will. Please figure that out first. If this psychic is being forced into this position, try and stop them from being forced into this position before you kill them.
Kill everyone. Related to this.
Do not kill them if they don't deserve it. Can someone else be in charge of the decision of killing or not killing?
Maim mostly.
Even that. Stop through force with
You have to get the
reasonable
information
force.
first, then you can kill him.
Captain?
Yep.
Will you
so
make the call?
I will.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.
And I will let you know what the call is.
Cool. Great. Thank you. Perfect. Does that make sense to you? I think he just looks at Jade and Oz, and then probably Anon, and then maybe at Dale, and then Pine.
Sorry, this was me realizing the team needs me still. Yes.
You think?
No, we understand. We have to get the information first, burn everything else so they don't have it anymore, and then bring it back here.
I think that was the first time burning was mentioned, but
Yes. Find out who the psychic is. At the very least.
Have you not
If
been
you
burning
can,
everything else?
stop them from working with the September Project for whatever reason it is that they are working with the September Project.
Wonderful.
And your primary objective is to not get yourselves caught and compromised. If you can do no more than figuring out who this person is, that's still better than we are right now. And losing another 5 agents or any one of you is not something we want.
All right.
Value your own safety.
Okay.
So where do we rendezvous with Mr. Darth?
Sounds like Anon knows how to get in touch with him once you're there.
yes.
You told me once we would visit your home.
This is
Right.
going to be my home, yes.
Do you want to fill them in at all, or would you like me to?
I know Rigel Darth. I've known him for a very long time.
I meant about Adam. So they know what they're getting into, because it's a somewhat unique recursion.
Imagine a world where everyone has the ability to do something unique and very special.
But now?
Like now?
Yes.
No, more like where even the smallest child can spew fire from their mouth. An innate ability that they have picked up and have just as they know and own it. And some of them are so focused on contributing to society and being the best possible people they can, or controlling society in the best possible way that they can. And then there are others who attempt and allow this power and this talent to corrupt them, and as a result they fall. We call them the Fallen.
To put it in Earth terms, everybody on Adam essentially has a low-level psychic ability of some capacity.
Oh, wow.
Be it very low level to the ability to blow things up with your mind.
Oh, wow.
Think about going into a world where everybody's got some level of superpowers,
It is very
including
different.
yourselves.
When you translate and you don't have those powers anymore, it changes things. It'll be nice to go back.
What was your gift?
Being a werewolf was not the first time I have changed form. That is what I can do.
It's a cityscape. The whole place, the whole recursion.
Do you choose your powers? How do you find out
Have you
what
ever
your
picked
powers
them when you
are?
translate?
Oh, no. Oh, cool.
But
Okay.
You've already mastered the flames. Flames
It's
that tell you
likely
secrets.
that you tend to find yourselves gravitating towards certain abilities in recursions.
All right.
You'll likely gravitate towards something that you already have. It's just the way it's manifested is psychically.
Captain, have you ever gone to this place?
No.
Also, there's this very delightful little shop, and inside they have the very similar to your ice cream, but it's in a ball form that's about the size of your fist, and you can hold one into your hands without it melting and then eat the entire thing. And at the core is the choice, the flavor of your choosing. It's simply amazing.
It's a big old Dippin' Dot.
A what?
A Dippin' Dot. Ice cream of the future.
Oh.
Mochi?
Right.
Mochi?
So,
Just hold one.
Sure. It's a mochi, right? It's this.
with that,
I don't know how long
you'll
this
be
is
given
in my
a little bit
pocket.
of time to prepare. I only have 2 post-it notes of things written, but I can write some up and we can, because we're about to take a break anyway, so you can pick up another cipher from the estate. If
I'd
you're
go to
not at
Oz's wife.
capacity. Yeah, I think you all go to Laura, and she's like your new M, and she's like, well, let me show you this thing I made. It might explode on you.
Yay!
Don't worry, the children weren't here when I was testing it.
Thanks, honey.
In the
This one, though,
corner-
they were here for.
Oh, no.
In the corner is just like something that looks like a giant cat arm. And Jade is just like,
So did you take a look at the Pinterest board?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
So many options.
Did you have a preference?
I'm still deciding.
Right.
What is that?
A prototype.
Okay. Is that feline?
Well, I felt like cat physiology was particularly unique.
Oh.
I think they'd make better legs, though.
My mother might have someone on Adam Nocturne that you could see.
I'm open to so many options right now. So what do you have for ciphers?
And I think so. You'll get a little bit of time. I'll make those up during the break, and y'all can grab one. Do we want to do the roll now to translate?
Oh, wait. To translate or for the goodies?
To translate.
Translate.
Oh.
I mean, actually, I guess if you if you want to roll 2d10, I can just pull up some random ciphers for you.
Yeah, I want. Yeah, I'm gonna
And
roll
then-
1d10.
And then I will tell you what it's called, and 2d10, because I need a
2d10.
number between 1 and 100.
I have one. Ready?
Yeah.
Do it.
And this will
Eight.
make our pool.
Do you want rat? Do you want?
No, mine was the no. You now you gotta give me
Okay.
the second number.
Which one? Did you
Oh.
roll the double one?
No, I rolled this first digit.
Okay, so
Okay.
it's 80 something.
10.
18. She rolled the 10.
You rolled the
I
tens place
8.
or the ones place?
She rolled the 10 place. I rolled the digit, the individual ones digit.
Okay, we'll go with 18.
Ah!
It's a disguise module.
Ooh, spies.
Okay.
We
Anyone else want to
are
roll?
5 spies and Adam.
I just rolled
Buster.
57.
57, a multiphasic module. I think you've had one of those.
Maybe? What does it do?
No, we'll find out. I'm gonna write these
Mm.
down. I'm just looking at the table. Disguise module.
Very
Okay, anyone else?
sneaky.
Yes. Let's do it. 14.
A curative.
Oh.
Did you get that cipher out from under Dale's bed?
Probably.
Maybe. I have one side here. Next time, I'm gonna put an extra.
Anyone
note.
else?
If
12.
Also a curative.
Oh, please, 100. That'd be awesome. I don't know what's at 100, but let me see. What's it?
The Dragon Ball.
87.
A telepathic bond.
More mind control. I mean, not that I would have.
Not that you would ever control
All right,
anybody's mind.
so I'll write these deets up, and then you can pass them out
Oh
amongst
yeah, not
yourselves.
the sage. I'm the savior.
Yeah, I love no one says a thing. Everyone goes, ooh, nobody knows what it does. And would we like to do the roll to translate as you go to the translation room? Does anyone have did anyone come back to Earth and pick up the translates focus?
Oh, I usually pick it up when I drop onto Earth.
Cool. Yeah, I think you've started doing that, so you're
Sweet.
welcome
I
to pick
forgot
that.
about that.
Yeah.
I prepped
up.
my other one.
I can pull it up real fast in
Here we go.
I do not.
Alright.
I'm saving my 4 XP for Hail Marys because our dice rolls.
Yeah.
Well, so the other thing is you can pick up the translates focus when you come back. So like every time you translate, it's one that you can take.
Oh, nice.
18.
Okay,
I don't
sweet.
even have to reroll.
No.
You actually don't because you succeed. The difficulty. Wait.
Well, it was. You're in
Yes,
your
level
planet.
5. It's
It's my
times
home
3. I was
planet.
doing times 5 per
So
second.
it should be a bonus because it's her home planet. She
I'm
has.
going back to my home recursion.
There's
So
no
it
bonus
takes
for
5
that, but
extra
you know
points of
exactly
damage.
how you do it. Yeah. So with that 18, you succeed without having to reroll, or roll on the table, or use the fact that one person is helping you. You're good to go. So you go to the translation room. You all like do
we get
meditation.
pillows,
Yeah, you like
like-
sit cross-legged or maybe
And
stand.
now reaches out to
Um,
grab all of your hands.
the
per usual
world
translation.
Around
That never
you, the world around you sort of shifts and changes. I guess I'll help out.
Yay.
Shifts and changes and becomes that sort of spiral fractal image of the strange for a brief moment before coalescing into I think it would probably be like the sort of central, well, not like a central plaza.
Would it be?
Where did you leave from? Because it would be where you left from. Because you're initiating the translation.
Oh, are we in your bedroom?
Yeah, actually.
Oh.
It would be just like in the entry. So let's be real. Anon's bedroom is a 2-room situation with its own suite for the bathroom. So we would be leaving from her drawing room, and her bedroom would be just off. To
So
the
your
other
walk-in closet is bigger than your actual bedroom.
Oh yeah. No, this is where I like bring
Yeah.
people before I bed them.
Yeah, she's
So
got
it's
like
like
she's got like an
entry
entry room, a bedroom, and a walk-in
Oh, like a-
closet and an ensuite bathroom.
there
It's like a whole
is.
suite.
Oh
Is
yeah.
it like a fainting couch for nudity purposes?
Oh,
like,
yes.
Is it a boudoir?
I think we can
There's a
finish,
screen you change behind, right?
finish describing it.
And a salt
when
lamp.
when we get back, of course. And like the tone and the setting and what this whole
What are
recursion
those
looks
like?
like.
is there a lamp with a leg on it?
Oh, do you have the ones that you just like tap and they turn different colors?
No, Anon just walks in and they change the color of her mood.
Oh.
Maybe
There,
Second.
there's a board that says "Live, Laugh, Wine."
There is. There's glitter
I am
around there.
loading up the donations while we describe everything. I can't wait to describe Anon's bedroom.
Is there
It
a
would be-
fake?
It would be where you left from.
Is there a fake fur blanket just lounged somewhere?
It's across the chaise.
Yes.
With a fireplace.
Oh yeah, because that.
Getting sex in front of a fireplace is great.
There's a single track and field map.
Right. so,
I like how you're going like childhood room, and we're going like sex parlor.
Well, wait. So, I mean, both ball pit and slide should be included in both. Right?
I mean, that's part of the training area.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so hard to clean those ball pits.
Yeah.
There's a box for a fan, but you don't see a fan. It's just the fan's box.
But for some reason, air.
are you ready? Of donations to read out. The first one is from William T.W. So happy to see you all right after finishing watching the previous episode. Have you seen my questions? Yes, I have.
Oh,
I'll respond to them when I have my notes next to me. A little sad that this is the last episode with Jade already.
oh, I'm sad too.
And then Betty's best. Betty slams the door and turns to the camera. Ugh, I hate those sages witness going door to door. Dangerous fanatic cults driving you to glitter. Betty nods. Nader, you need Fink, the brand Themology, to start your own. Just 9 payments of $9.99. Thank you. Thank you for the good book of Themology.
The themology.
The good book of them. Thank you so much for your lovely donations. We're going to take a quick break, and then we will be back for more Autumn Nocturne shenanigans and... We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. everybody. I'm just passing around Post-it notes. Do you want to
I'm
just
just
like
gonna
pass
pass
them
them out.
around?
I'm just gonna pass them
You
around.
You can read them.
This one's for you.
No, that's. Well, I guess you don't have that cipher
Oh
anymore.
no, I have it forever.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back.
I have two.
I think you have this one.
Mhm.
Cool. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, we are Geek Space TV, a nonprofit broadcasting studio based in Seattle, and we are presenting our second half of Worlds Beyond, our Cypher System RPG using a strange setting for Monty Cook Games. They do have it. Monty Cook Games does have a Kickstarter going on right now, so if you head over following our link in chat, you can check out their current creating of Numenera content and sort of sci-fi fantasy, like high fantasy sci-fi weirdness, goodness, in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons style. So you can check that out through the link in chat. If you would like to support us here, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You can donate directly through the monies. You can also support us directly over on Patreon with a regular monthly amount. You can also share out the stream. You can host the stream. You can send it and get people to sit down and watch this. All of those things are super awesome and really helpful. With that, let's go ahead and quickly reintroduce who our players are and who they're playing, and perhaps list whatever your focus is in this recursion, because they've just traveled to a brand new world, a whole new world.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
Shiny shimmer. That's we're completely on the wrong verse, but whatever. Let's start over here.
Hi, I'm Jackie Dash. My own pronouns are she, her, but I am playing Pine Knight, and his pronouns are he, him, and he is a vector who is graceful, who can regenerate tissue.
My name's Nathan Kiss, playing Oswald Dukes. Both of our pronouns are he, him, and Oswald is a lucky spinner that dual wields 2 weapons. It's time to duel. Wield.
The arena's ready for you.
Excuse
Hey, I'm Janine. I am at Admiral
So
Asma
cute.
on the Twitters, and I play Captain Jade Atwood, who has been missing an arm for a long time. Would like a new arm, but she's clever vector.
Hello, my name is Bonsai Baby. I play Dale Fink, who, I'm a she, but he's a he. And also, I may know a lot in this. No. That's what I do.
He wields dangerous psychic talent.
No.
No.
It's you got to put your. This is how you identify. No.
Batman.
I am Shell Game. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter and Instagram at the Shell Game. But on Twitter and Twitch and the other places, I'm just Shell Game. Anyway, I play Anon Nisi. Both of us have the pronouns of she, her. And in this recursion, Anon leads with we supplemented one of them so that I also craft, because Anon changes shape here on Adam Nocturne. That was actually, like, way back in the day. I think I was like, okay, I want a character who can shapeshift.
Then I was like, well, that's not a thing you can do everywhere.
And I was like, but what if I do it in my home place?
Yeah.
And now we're here.
And now we're here. Get ready.
No.
A non-phone home. A non-phone
Speaking
home.
of, where is here? They have translated to the recursion of Adam Nocturne. And Adam Nocturne is a vast cityscape. And by vast, I mean it's like the whole recursion is a city. And it's probably about the size of New York. Like, it's big. It's a big city, but it's not... we're not, like, that's the scale that we're talking about for this recursion. It's not even the size of a country. Here, everybody has some level of psychic talent. And visually, I think we can think of this city as, I think this recursion is described as anime, but also, like, kind of sci-fi, future, cyberpunkish. So everything's kind of like silver and glass. It looks like a brand new building in downtown Seattle. But there's like LED lights on, like lights up everything. I think there's vast skyscrapers and everything has kind of this glamorous sort of feel to it. Everything's a little bit decadent and kind of over the top.
Inan looks normal here.
Yeah,
Like,
Anon
she actually looks-
fits in here. She doesn't sort of seem particularly distinct. So, but we've arrived in Anon's bedroom, which we've established has a fireplace. And by her bedroom, we mean her suite. Like, there's the sleeping room, and there's the room for wooing, and the room for meeting, and the walk-in closet, and the vast bathroom, and
The
am I
patio.
missing anything
The
else?
veranda.
The veranda.
There's
The room for wooing, the room for doing, and the room for shampooing.
Hey! And also just straight up. But what?
You know.
It's a bathroom.
What people do in their bathroom is their business.
No
Lauren.
one's
Yes,
their
they do
duty.
their business,
Oh,
and then
is
also
it
their
like-
My taxes.
Is it like a separate bathroom? Like, you know how like some areas have the bathroom and then they have the toilet room.
Yes.
Probably.
So
yeah.
and there's like her like a bath is it's basically a jacuzzi.
Yeah.
That's like you can step into it and then you step down into this pool that's just always there and there's like always a waterfall
Oh, do you have heated
thing.
floors?
Same.
Is it all heated marble floors?
Yes.
Everything is.
And
If
it's
you
like
have-
white marble
Oh.
and there's like crystal everywhere. So like when the light comes in, it looks like there's
I know
rainbows.
this Airbnb in Vancouver.
If you have 7 bidets, is that a week?
Boo. Hiss.
So you all arrive. You all emerge in this beautiful, like this gorgeous suite, sort of decadent and extravagant. And here's my question for each of you: what do you look like in this recursion? I mean, let's start with Anon. She's come home. What does Anon look like in her home?
So her skin always shimmers. Like it's just the way she is. It's almost hard to tell. Like, and then it looks a little iridescent. And she is wearing a trench coat that looks more like a cape than a trench coat, and like boots that are like thigh-high boots. And she just looks like very sleek, subtle, put together. If you sort of took the idea of like what a politician who was put into a superhero's outfit would look like, that's what Anon is wearing right now.
Nice.
But her hair still does. It's like, that's just Anon's hair. It just always is up and coiffed.
And she sparkles.
And she sparkles.
Do you want to go next, or do it?
Do we go across? Neck?
I'll talk.
Fine look.
Pine looks the same height. He's probably got more chiseled features on his face. His sideburns go a little bit longer in this recursion, because he just cannot grow them under.
He's a baby face.
He's such a baby face. And he is wearing something that looks like what the Hunger Games people wore to like train in. So like skin tight like yoga gear with weird like markings along it and like small slits of like mesh.
Yeah, like
for breathing.
Why did you put mesh here? Why not?
Yeah.
What if we put more mesh on it?
Probably some ridiculous running shoes here. And somewhere in between the ones with toes and the ones without toes.
I think these ones have like a conversion that allow you to do like digigrade running somehow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and instead of the glaive is now just one of those like expanding sticks that they go ding and a little
like,
blade pops out.
Ah.
Except the blade is made of like lasers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Laser.
It's like a little laser blade.
yeah.
Oh wait, isn't that just the lights? Is that the same Darth Maul? Dun-dun.
No,
No, because it's just like a.
Oh, I couldn't remember what his name is.
No, I gotcha. I knew who you were talking about.
Alright.
and he probably has like a light jacket, because he can't look like he's training all the time, so he has like a light jacket.
Is it like a leather jacket?
Probably.
Cool.
Probably like it goes over and like turns into gloves.
What?
I like it.
Oh,
Oz looks fairly normal at first glance, wearing a dark blazer, a light shirt underneath, a long black tie and black slacks, and shoes, just sensible shoes. But you start to notice more things as you look at them, like cross X-shaped scars, on his cheek. And he always just brings out flowers for no reason. And then sometimes he has glasses and just does this. But then he looks back and there's no other glasses. And the only other thing that he seems to be wearing are small little silver like cufflinks, but they're too far down. But they have sort of like a little garter on like the upper between the forearm and the wrists. And we'll see what happens with that later.
Oh. Winking.
Oh,
winky
winking.
face.
Did I do it right?
Glasses shine. No glasses.
No glasses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cherry blossoms. Don't know where they
Yeah.
I think Jade is having a moment of like, did I change? And she realizes like her leather jacket is like now goes like past her knees, and she's like, okay, my jacket got longer, everything's, oh, those are 4-inch boots I'm wearing. Okay,
Oh, wow.
nothing major. And then she slowly realizes she's having the best hair day she's ever had in her life. It is like she's real. I mean, she's still like, she hasn't like de-aged or anything. So she's essentially like probably the oldest person she's gonna see here at you know, we're talking like late 40s, right? Not that extreme, but her hair, she's like, oh, and I mean, she's like,
perfect
like
windswept curls at all times.
yeah, like shampoo commercial kind of like hair, and she's like, and then she has this like weird, like, almost like her arm's not there, but it's like she can sense the outline of it. And she's like,
It's like an impression of it.
yeah. It's a little bit of like phantom limb without the phantom limb pain part. Yeah.
And what does Dale look like?
I've been waiting. So imagine, like, Jason Momoa, but, like, with white hair, with the white beard and stuff, like the Atlantis version of Jason Momoa, but with white hair. And he looks older. Like, if Jason Momoa and Sean Connery were to merge together,
I don't want that.
this is what he looks like, and it's like a slight glow around, like a shimmer, almost like
Like
they
a
were
little halo.
chosen, maybe. Oh, and all in this like almost off-white kind of outfit with a ridiculous sash for no reason, but it's very like
Seems
cut.
like flowing, sort of like perfectly like flowing hair.
But it's that wavy hair, like you know, like how he is. It's
Beachy.
beachy, and he's got that like nice, you know, tan skin as he has. It just looks good, and it's just
so he looks a little like Jesus.
a little bit, but Jason
Aquaman?
Momoa, like Jason Momoa,
Atlantis Jesus.
Atlantis Jesus. But almost like it's almost like a and it's just that it's simple. It's simple but stands out.
It's not simple.
It's very simple but stands out. It's simple but stands. Yeah. This is how I look like.
Does he have danglies?
He does.
Okay.
But they're tinier danglies, and they're like inserted in the belt, so it kind of looks like
Hey, you.
So
they're.
he's got like a utility belt.
It's
like
a
he's got, like,
utility
Batman
belt.
going on.
Yeah.
Oh, just cute.
But it can expand.
Yeah.
It decompands.
Do they have like it's got like the retractor reel where you like go to dig it out and then you can be like ding, it goes
Yeah. Exactly. Or it's like, you know how the smart technology, it morphs. It's actually a constant morphing blob of grayness
Nice.
that he's like, haha, summon the object, and it.
Ooh, I like it.
Yes.
Ooh.
Actually, I like that one better. It's like mercury belt.
Dale, where are you truly from?
I actually don't know.
You change so often. What do you consider home? Like your body? Yes.
No, that's where my home is. Because that's the only thing that never changes.
So you do not care that your appearance is so vast?
This is what I always look like. In my mind. No, yeah, honestly, Dale just thinks he looks like this all the time.
This is what you see yourself as.
Yes. So I don't ever need a wash or anything. This is just how I look all the time. Is this not how I look all the time?
No, dear. No.
He doesn't.
No.
I take it you don't believe in mirrors.
No.
Yeah.
Because you know
They
what?
steal your soul.
They do. They
They
steal
watch
your
you
soul.
through the mirror.
Why do you think I always dodge the photos?
I just thought you were like nervous and like not photogenic.
No. Also, every time a piece of your soul, you are split into multiple people. So there's multiple consciousness of you in each and every of these objects that are slowly being tortured by them.
Oh yeah, I've been there before.
Yes. That's what it's like. That's why I don't take pictures.
Hmm.
And the same thing happens to mirrors every time you look at them. Reflective surfaces.
Well, then I no longer have a soul.
You like turn around and then just like an entire wall of mirrors in Anand's room. So what do you do as you are standing?
I open the doors
In
to my
this room.
balcony. I need to air out my room.
It's a little stale. You haven't been here for a while.
Yeah.
When you
Would
say
anyone
it's a little
notice-
Dale in here.
Would anyone, do you think, notice your return?
I think that they would simply because the whole house is watched pretty closely. So as soon as she opens the patio doors, like that would get picked up on the security cam, and a servant would arrive.
So less than a minute after the door opens, there's a knock on your door, on
Come in.
the bedroom door. Opens the door.
So good to see you again.
The young lady Nisi. Anan, you have returned.
Yes. Are Hera and Juno around?
They are at work.
My friends will require refreshments.
Of course. We'll bring those right away. Is there anything I can provide for you? Should I notify your mothers that you are here?
Please do, and send a message to Rigel Darth inviting him to tea.
For today?
Yes. In the drawing room, I think. No, the library.
Of course. And they sort of disappear, kind of, there's almost like a sense of their appearance and their disappearance, like, does actually happen without you noticing. And you suspect it might be something that's just designed for you to, when they don't want you to know that you're there, or that they're there, you don't know that they're there.
They're all very discreet, so if at any given point in time you need privacy, simply let them know, and you'll have your privacy.
How would we let them know?
Just say it out loud.
So they're listening at all times unless we say that.
I wouldn't say that, but, they don't...
The servants are your eyes and ears.
Yeah. They don't necessarily reveal themselves all the time, so it's just better to announce if you wish to have a private conversation.
So our plan is, to be clear, to find this Rigel Darth and to use them, him, to direct us to the psychic.
Hopefully he can aim us in the right direction. We'll see.
And the psychic we can decide to save or kill.
Gather information first.
Yes. We'll evaluate the situation.
Actually,
See what Rigel can provide us.
listen. Just gonna discreetly listen and look around for these hidden crawl spaces and rooms, but not that anybody will know.
So what are you looking for?
I mean, they're in the walls. This is what she said, right?
So you're looking for servants, like you're looking for people who are
No,
here.
the secret route pathways.
Oh, so just so we see Dale like go and start like knocking on walls to
Yes.
try and figure out.
But
Just like kicks the wall.
Are you looking for...
wait. 3 didn't see anything.
You rolled a 3.
Yes.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Okay. Fine. Dang it.
I assume I do have, like, a escape route.
Probably, yeah. I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
It's just you've got a large chambers, and I think you would notice what Dale is doing before Dale finds anything.
I think she just sort of, she's like, Dale, you can stop looking for whatever it is you're looking for. You could just ask.
What? I wasn't looking for anything.
You're not?
No.
No?
No.
Just knocking on the walls for
No.
fun?
Yes. Shrug. structural
Integrity.
integrity. Yes. I don't believe you. Oh, I don't know. Sometimes I think this translation gave me a resting twitch that it'll wear off in a couple of hours.
Kicks another wall.
Fair enough.
So you'll shortly be directed down, I think, probably into the library, because that's where you said. Or I guess you asked for refreshments, so they might bring it to your rooms or ask if you want it somewhere else. The person returns and they sort of say, I have passed on the message to your mothers, and I also sent a missive to the Darth estate, and he responded almost immediately. He says he'll be here later this afternoon, as soon as he's finished with one of his meetings.
Almost immediately? How much time passed?
It was a few minutes.
3 or 5?
4.5.
Interesting. We'll take the refreshments in the library when he arrives, I suppose, unless you need them sooner.
I'm in no rush.
In the library, then.
Of course. And they kind of disappear again.
So that's good, right?
It's odd. Usually he holds his responses for a full 5 minutes. The idea being that if somebody has to wait to hear back from you, then obviously you're a very busy person.
Power play.
Exactly, but he rushed his timing. 4.5 minutes.
Urgency.
Perhaps.
Desperation.
Perhaps.
Well, you are a princess, so you must respond quickly.
Or he knew you were coming.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm not a princess. I'm
You live in a castle. You have servants.
You look out at like her room, because I imagine there's no houses here. Like this is a whole city, so you're basically in a penthouse suite. Like the equivalent of a mansion would be several floors of a skyscraper. Like
You're like 2 levels above where Mega Man starts and the start screen before he jumps down.
yeah, and it's like it's like the top floors of a skyscraper, and that's essentially where your family lives. And so, like, from the window, you can look out from the veranda, the balcony. It was just like this beautiful skyline of the city. Like, it's the twilight as the sun is beginning to set, and it's becoming kind of dark, and the stars are starting to glimmer. And I think even here, you can see some of the strange. Like, the skyline is not just stars, it's sort of mixed in with those strange fractals of light as the sun is beginning to set over the city.
I've missed this place.
And it's a beautiful view. It is a view that probably costs a lot of money.
And you jump around the strange instead of being here.
Yeah, imagine how many more things there are to experience than the strange than there are in an individual city that is rife with strife and where every word and timing indicates some sort of passion or non.
In the distance, you see a structure that you would recognize as the Splendor Dome, and it's quite easy to see, especially from up here. You're quite high up. The Splendor Dome is if you imagine a stadium, like any sort of large sports arena stadium, except instead of a roof, it just has this glowing dome of light over the top of it that seems to move and shift, and is this like representation of the psychic energy of everybody inside that arena. But from the outside, it's just like this very pretty glowing orb in the distance. A glowing half sphere. The Splendor Dome.
Not to be confused with the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
So I guess we wait.
Head down to the library after Rigel arrives. I would like to be 6 minutes behind his arrival.
All right.
Oh,
then.
nice.
Oh, wait.
When do we go
Everybody's
in? Do we 1, 2, 3, 4, 6? Do we all go in at once? Politics. I am playing them.
Hi. I'm impressed.
I gave him also tips to the Game of Thrones as well.
The Game of Thrones?
Oh,
What is the Game of Thrones?
man.
Is this where you are challenging each other for the throne?
I find fantasy and books easier for Pine to digest, so he's slowly learning how to read.
Oh, this is a book. I am listening to stories. And they stay the same even if you listen to them twice.
That's yes.
The tape. The tape. It does not change the second time you listen to it. The wizard does not get tired. The spell does not fade.
That's inside the tape?
Yes.
What's it in
The snake goes. The dragon was. It's either just like that. The snake does not get tired.
I see.
And remember, if the wizard ever does get too tired, you just need a pencil to start him back up.
Tell me more about the spell.
Jade will look around the room for a sidebar or stash of booze.
There is most definitely one that would be not right by the fireplace because that would then, but it's like stocked with.
Yeah.
Probably you don't know what's what.
All of it glows like a little bit strange, and like the colors are not the sorts of colors you would expect from alcohol, but
Well,
you know, it's like looking at a lot of different bottles of like blue Curacao.
right. Doctor said I couldn't have whiskey. Didn't say anything about this.
Oh, that's a lovely vintage.
Good.
In answer to your
Not
question,
what she meant, and you know it.
You just hear that the doctor just inkling, psychic link.
Jade!
She probably has some sort of Fitbit or like embedded in her good arm where they're like,
it's just like alcohol content rising.
you haven't had enough protein today, Jade. Low on water. What? Drink another thing of water.
Hydration bot. Here, just
So,
yeah.
you find the booze. The rest of you kind of mill about. Do you do anything in particular, or are you just gonna wait until you get the cue? He's arrived.
I think Anon would just relax and try and make everyone feel at home. And
I was just gonna try to figure out what his power is here.
Okay.
So he's just like looking at things and just, you know, the thing like when you wake up every
Yeah.
morning, you try to move something with your brain, see if it happens.
Yeah.
Can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I do that.
yeah, I
Yeah.
totally do. It's,
So he's just doing a lot of that and like,
Hit me.
Being like, does this catch on? Like trying to set your hands on fire.
oh,
Hit me. See if you are strong.
I mean,
No.
I'm
Run. See if you're fast.
On Earth, we have a warriors game. It's
Yes.
a game of skill and speed, and I want to teach it to you.
All right.
Hold out your hands like this.
Like this.
so violent.
I have been caught in the trap. I think we just all hang as like for like 2 hours, 3 hours.
Oh, wait. I mean, are you trying to figure out your powers right now?
I didn't know that everyone knew this.
Sorry.
She's in the corner, she's-
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of like, you're in a corner, like, mumbling to yourself, like, snapping your fingers,
You
like,
hear-
punching stuff, and people figure it out.
You hear the voice sounding like Morgan Freeman. You have called a child.
Wait, what does Morgan Freeman sound like again? Hold on, I love this. I love it. I was just looking around.
I know. Welcome. I have been searching for you for a long time, and finally, I have sensed your presence here.
Is Dale just, like, laughing to himself in a corner?
Anon,
Yeah.
your servants are invisible, right?
Well, when they choose to be, but if you tell them to show themselves, they will.
And you also know it's less of like an invisibility and more of just like they're always kind of out of your perception. Like they intentionally make themselves not noticed if you
Oh,
don't
forget-me-nots.
want them to be noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they don't like you look away and then you look back and they're gone, right? It's not that you look at them and they turn invisible. It's that like they
As soon as
take-
they leave your...
Yeah, that you
Gotcha.
kind of just like forget that they're there.
And even I think if they're like standing in the room, your eyes can just
Yeah,
right
you just
over
sort of
the
like
top them.
glaze over them. They're basically like, they're you hire them so they would not be obtrusive, but also so they could spy on people.
It's very useful to have it both ways.
but I imagine they are all thoroughly psychically vetted, so they are trusted.
Absolutely. They've been in the family for generations. And they all have time away.
No
I am
powers
the-
left. No
I am your
powers-
inner voice.
You
You just need to think really hard to unlock your true abilities.
All right. Are you my ability? Is my ability narration? I'm not even mad if that's it.
Are you saying any of this out loud?
I am now.
Would you like one?
Oh no, I'm.
Haven't you noticed in every recursion, you automatically know the genre?
Is that my ability? But it's in every recursion. Why would it be special here?
Because it is amplified.
Oh. Gotcha.
Also, just kidding. Look in the corner. The other corner.
I heard a singing voice.
My special.
Oh.
Gotcha!
Make a flower appear.
Oh no. Dale is a terrible person. So you don't figure out what your ability is. Do you want to roll to see what happens?
I mean,
Yeah, let's go ahead and give me a
know
general
what?
knowledge
Okay.
roll.
You should.
Yeah, okay.
You should just test your whatever power on me right now. Do it.
This can only end well.
19.
You have 2 guns. You like look down at yourself and you're like, and you have that instead of I know kung fu, you're like, I know how to use those.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the focus you chose. Yeah. Okay.
See, here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
I realized that,
Yeah.
and then I got like, oh, we get to choose powers. I chose guns.
But they're not like firearms, like earth pistols. These are like laser guns.
I get laser guns.
You
got
can
laser
curve
guns.
the bullet.
Yeah.
They go
Probably.
pew pew.
You
No
can
bullet
curve
needed.
the bullet.
Curve the bullet.
No bullet needed. Mine guns.
I bet there's a way to put them together and make a super gun.
Super gun.
Oh.
This is all legal now. It's,
And it
it's in the
goes,
character sheet.
Gundam.
Can I actually do it to more than
I
one
actually don't
person?
know. Maybe in this recursion you don't even have a weapon on you. Like you create them. Like you go
They're
Psylocke
finger
style.
guns.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, did you just call them finger guns?
Yeah.
I can talk to everybody now.
Yep.
Guys.
What?
Hello. In your inner voice, you just all hear
What?
Morgan Freeman.
Why does Dale sound like Morgan Freeman in their head?
That's what Dale thinks he sounds like.
Like, is that what Dale thinks he sounds?
This is what you said. This is what Dale thinks.
No, it is. It is.
I love
So
it.
yeah, you decide how it manifests, but Oz is able to figure it out, and
Awesome.
he knows, as he's like, choo, and then just like there's a hole that it blows in the wall.
You just got finger blasted.
Oh wait. Finger bang bang. Finger bang bang.
Stop!
Bang.
So what time is Rydell coming
The
over?
longest.
I want to put out that this is what happens when our characters have 2
I'm
hours
sorry.
of breakout time.
I'm sorry.
Wait, but that's the song from South Park.
Yeah, but you know what you're talking about, right? Okay.
I was.
I want to.
San Diego.
So, Rigel.
He should be here by now.
Right.
And I was just gonna snap her
Yeah,
fingers
I
and
think
expect
you
the
get like
servant
a like a message. Yeah, they show they will tell you, like you at some point while all of this is happening, someone comes, they kind of just like tap you on the shoulder and say, he's in the library. I've told him to wait.
Excellent. We'll be down in another 2 minutes. I assume he just arrived.
Yes, of course.
In 2 minutes, then.
And 2 minutes pass. I'm sorry. I need to just after this show, I need to clarify that all y'all know what you were talking about.
Oh yes.
Oh.
I'm married, by the way.
And we go down the stairs.
You get on the stairs. You get on the
Was it cat?
It's my magnetism.
So I hear the Mariners are winning.
Oh yeah, they did a thing where they
They
hit a ball.
Yes, and
Yeah.
they ran bases, and they're
Boom.
quite okay right now, which is mean they're about to fail terribly.
Rah! Go hit the balls.
How are you?
Good.
Oh, good.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll just edit this section out in post. So I regain any level of composure that I might have once had. You head down the stairs. Would you care to describe what any more of your family's penthouse, several suites look like? Like it's multiple floors, so.
So Anon's bedroom isn't on the top floor.
Yes.
That's Hera and Juno's
Of
room,
course.
which is the whole floor.
Right.
Yes. Anon only has half of the second floor. The other half is reserved for like studies and things like that. So we go past like this long, hall. It's very ornate and just dark, cold steel walls. But then like right above there's like a crystal sort of skylight where they've set up the prism so that when the sun is shining, the light reflects through the skylight. And at night it picks up the city lights, so it kind of like you see these flickers and gleams above you as you're walking.
Ooh.
And then once we get past like the rest of the studies, then there's this grand staircase that just sort of curves down to the third floor of the penthouse. And it's one of those very open stairways where everything is like, it's the nice sort of steel look all the way down, but the banister and everything else is, again, that sort of prismed like glass that reflects. And at the bottom, there's a whole bunch of, it's a pretty open space, but then as you like curve to the right, that's where the library is. And the library doesn't have any visible books in the way that you would like think about books. It's got, what were those things before floppy disks that were like this big?
CDs?
Zip discs.
Zip discs?
They
No.
look like floppies.
Other floppy drives?
The bigger ones.
The bigger
It's the
floppy.
size of the
Yeah.
bigger floppy.
Imagine they're all like a tablet, almost like each book is sort of
Yeah.
stored on a screen of some kind.
Yeah, and it looks like a prism, so you just pull it out
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, and then as soon as you pull it out, it like shows you the title, and then you just
And this is probably like
e-reader
pretty
style.
luxurious because in like most cases you would just have one device that stores most of the data, but like this is a sort of a display of your knowledge. Like we have all of these books. So.
It's the room where we intimidate people with how much we know.
Mhm.
That's what it is.
Wait, so is it like a see-through tablet thingy?
Yeah, so it's like when you walk in, there's like all of these rows, but instead of like just towering bookshelves, it's like these towering shelves of just these prisms that if you pull them out, it looks like a tablet that's that sort of like floppy-sized tablet that you can then read the book.
Like unicorn.
Yeah,
Like
it's
sparkly Kindles.
Okay.
sparkly Kindles.
No, but like from the unicorn. What is it? Gosh darn, unicorn.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner, thank you.
Yeah. Isn't the unicorn an actual statue?
No, but like the tablets, I couldn't remember what the movie was,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I just remembered unicorn. Was
Yes.
the
Oh,
only thing
okay.
I
Follow
could-
you.
I could-
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like when they go into the new Blade Runner, they show the archives and they
Yeah.
go in there, and it's like that.
Yeah, it's like that. And there's like, but there's one whole like window that shows a view out. So you've got your view and you've got all your books.
Mm-hmm.
And in the center, there's kind of this large table. Or maybe there's like a series of chairs and sort of smaller tables, and then maybe one sort of bigger one that you could host something at. But we see sort of seated in one of these more lounge type chairs. They're all quite comfortable. A young man. He probably looks maybe around the same sort of age as Anon, kind of that like mid-20s. Is that
I think she's more 30s.
She's 30s. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, he's probably then early 30s, kind of around the same sort of age as Anon. Fairly soft features, like kind of a little bit more of like a round face, but he's seated in a chair, and you kind of get this impression that he's quite tall if he stands up. Like he's not. He's somewhat broad-shouldered, but still fairly lithe. Obviously, like cares about his physical appearance, like everybody kind of does here. And he's wearing like this nice sort of robe that's kind of buttoned down, kind of goes down to his knees. That has like embroidery on it, and but some of it like sparkles and shifts and kind of moves, like there's lights or something in that sort of pattern. He keeps his hair quite close on, like it's that the fade sort of style, like so it's longer in the center and then shorter on the sides, and kind of a medium brown skin. He looks like you sort of people are different here, but he looks sort of like Asian, kind of Central Asia. And he's sort of sitting there, like, very comfortably, sort of lounging, legs crossed, like, sipping on whatever brightly colored drink that has been provided for them. And he looks up when you come in, and he smiles. And his smile is kind of beautiful. Like, it's a very genuine, like, there's sort of joy behind his smile. It's not like a half-hearted. Like, it's a very, like, Anon. And he puts his drink down and he stands up. And you realize, like, now he's definitely over 6 feet. He's quite tall. And he sort of puts out his arms. It is so good to see you.
Hello, dear. And she'll, like, give him a hug. Can she tell if he, like, means it or not?
I think the nun knows this smile.
Okay.
Like, that this is, but if you would like to give a roll for it, go ahead. Do you have anything to make this a little bit easier?
I'm trained in skilled in pleasant social interactions.
Yeah.
This is pleasant.
Make it a step easier.
It's pleasant right now. Oh my gosh, I got a 3.
You're, I think Anon is pretty confident that this is a smile that she recognizes, but there's maybe a little bit of a jolting sense of, like, you just haven't seen him in so long, and there's also, like, a lot of these sort of personal feelings that get dug up as soon as you see him, that you might be choosing to interpret different things differently, whether they're true or not.
Okay. I think then she just gives him the hug, and she's like, she seems very, very warm and welcoming, but she still was kind of on her guard, like, internally.
And he looks past you and kind of at each of the group, and who are all of these wonderful people?
Well, these are the folks I'm traveling with. Rigel Darth, I would like you to, well, I'll let all of you.
You found people, and you stayed there.
This is a very unique group of people.
Only for the most unique person I know.
You always do flatter so well.
This is Jade.
Captain Atwood.
Captain Atwood.
Oz? I actually shouldn't. Hair trigger sometimes. Lunk just got here. Lunk.
Oh, yes.
We all
Sorry.
travel
I understand now. It took me a moment to catch up.
Pine Knight.
A pleasure.
I'm Anthony. Nice to meet you.
You as well.
Do I actually need a roll for that?
Do you want to read his mind?
No, not to read his mind. Lie and deception. Well,
Oh, to lie about being Anthony?
yes. Ah, no.
Yeah, I mean, give me a roll.
Ah. Why not? Oh.
You said your name's Anthony so many times, like, I forgot for a minute that you were technically lying.
That's a nat 20.
14. But I have lying and deception.
Okay, cool. I was like, yeah, okay. He smiles at you, like, genuinely like it.
Smile
Nice.
back. Haha.
It's so good to see you.
Please, I'm sorry, it's your...
No, but by all means.
Take a seat. They brought a lot of refreshments, and you realize, like, there's, like, a pitcher and several glasses at the table, and he begins to kind of pouring each of them and hands you each drink that they had provided.
So kind to play the host.
Well, I was honestly surprised to hear from you. Or your mothers.
Yes, well, I know they can be a little intimidating at times. Sorry to send them your way.
It was unexpected.
How are things between our families?
I don't think they've changed that much, honestly. I think they're about the same as they were before. Honestly, petty and deceitful. I don't. Never mind. You got in touch with me about psionics.
Yes, there's a particularly troubling one that we're hoping you can help us find.
That's what I heard. Your mother, the diplomat, Juno, she got in touch with me. I would never expect Hera to.
Me either.
Not unless it was with a knife.
Well, she would only be returning the favor that your father did last year. Sorry, that was petty.
No, it was true. I don't agree with what he chose to do, but he did it. And I'm not the head of the family.
I thought you stood behind him 100%.
In public, of course.
Of course.
I can't believe that you agree with 100% of what your mothers do. You left, after all.
Well, a person must grow up at some point in time.
I don't think they viewed it as growing up.
No, I'm sure they didn't.
Can honestly tell you they saw it as a tantrum. They still think of you as a fairly petulant child.
Well, I'm sure they're not the only people in the universe to think that way.
Well, I'm not one of them, but
So what can I get you to compensate you in exchange for this information for the psychic?
before you jump to compensation, I don't know exactly who this person is, but I have some leads. When I was contacted by your mother, Juno, she mentioned concerns that you were looking for a psychic that had particular involvement with an organization on Earth.
Yes,
The September Project?
that's the one.
I'm gonna put a point of effort,
Uh-huh.
or two
levels of effort?
2 levels of effort
Mm-hmm.
into reading his surface thoughts.
Okay. Yeah.
For me.
Alright, and it drops it one step easier, 2 levels of effort. Alright, give me a roll.
Okay. And let me do that. Minuses. Okay. 2 levels of effort. Please do something good. Oh no, 7.
2 levels of effort, it is enough. As it kind of like, maybe it like takes you a moment, like you really are putting in effort, so it's not, maybe not super subtle. Like we see like Dale put his hands on his forehead, his brow furrows, and he just sort of like leans in and starts staring at Rachel.
I kind of lean. I think I drank too much the other night.
Do you look like you fell asleep?
Yes, I'm old looking, so of course I just fall asleep randomly while this conversation is going on, with my eyes like this.
Like you do.
Yes. Okay. Well, as soon as she
Okay.
mentions the,
What point did you start trying to listen in? do you think?
as soon as he's like, the psychic that you were telling me about, I did a little bit of research, but I don't know that much. Compensation.
Yeah. So he genuinely doesn't know, like no name crosses his mind at all, like nothing specific. He did do some digging. So like as far as you can hear at that point, like he is being genuine in what he's saying, at least in his surface thoughts. Like
Even
he,
with September Project?
you think he says like we don't, because his next sentence was we don't have a lot of contact with like that, we don't know a lot about them, they're not particularly involved in any of our politics. Like he's heard of them, but he has not personally had any interactions with them that he knows of.
Okay.
And that's what you hear. I'll fill in if there's anything that he's thinking that seems particularly pertinent to
Yeah.
what you're listening to.
No worries.
Yeah, for sure. So I have some names. I've narrowed it down to a few possibilities of people. The trick is I don't necessarily know afterwards what I'm supposed to be looking for, and I suppose that's where you're going to come in, and all of you, to figure out exactly who this person is. But I can get you to where you need to go to meet them all.
Well, let's start there at the very least. In terms of the information that we want to hand over, I was thinking the symbol would be useful. It's got to be around.
One of the Morphous blob.
You like it like creates this like hologram of it, like.
Yeah. The Morphous blob.
Oh, this was a symbol that we've seen them wearing repeatedly.
Well, I'll pass that image on to some of the people I know who are doing the research and the digging, but I imagine if you find anyone who's wearing it, that'll clue you in.
Seems likely.
Is there anything else? It's interesting of you to be so involved in this.
In this? Well, this is far more interesting than the petty fights that our parents are involved in on a regular basis.
That is true.
You know, you should try traveling in the strange at least once.
I don't think it would. I don't know if it's for me. I haven't found something that would pull me away from here yet.
Who knows? At some point in time, you'll become the head of your family, and then you can battle it out with my mothers, and they can figure out who they want to take over.
Oh.
Oh, come now.
I don't want to battle. You don't want to battle it out with your mothers. You've already done that.
Oh.
I watched Lark go to bat. Sorry, go to bat for you. And even
I don't think there's
She's
anything
drunk.
else at this time that I have. It was good to see you.
you as well. Tonight, there is an event, a gala. The Champions bout at the Splendor Dome will be taking place tomorrow.
Is it that time already?
And the three people, if they're powerful enough psychics, they're competitors.
Sounds like an ideal opportunity. Have you already procured some sort of access to their waiting room?
They'll be at the party.
Excellent.
At the gala, and I'm a Darth and you're a Nisi. We can bring whoever we want.
True. It would throw things into chaos if we showed up together.
You're not wrong. It will get everybody's attention. Do you want everybody's attention? You do, of course. You're a nun. I don't want everybody's attention, but for you, I'm willing to take it.
I don't want to owe you. That's all right.
Consider this for old time's sake. I don't want to deal in favors.
My theory is this. If we have a large enough distraction, it will be simple for the rest of you to have a conversation with whomever you want to have a conversation with at the gala. Without a distraction, you'll just show up like a sore thumb, someone they haven't met or seen. But if there is something that is distracting enough for them to ignore you, it gives you the freedom to move around the room.
Sounds good.
The gala is a extravagant event.
Our best armor, then.
Worry.
We will fit you in clothing.
So, more
Excellent.
casual, non-fighting wear.
I know.
Some fights are not made with steel.
Your
Sometimes
best.
fights break out at the gala, but those are the best years.
Well, that year when Jake,
He broke the table,
it was beautiful.
and then all of the sculptures.
I have not seen Juno look that appalled since then. Well, but
Given that my father sponsored that particular fighter, he was less than pleased, to put it mildly. And your mother, I don't think I've ever seen her smile that much.
what I would have given to see the conversation that he had with Jake afterwards.
Didn't go well for anyone.
Imagine.
We lost another table.
Hopefully it was the mahogany one. That was simply atrocious.
That mahogany table was handed out for generations, and I drew on it many times as a child.
Which is why it was ugly.
Are you suggesting that I am not the finest artist in all of Adam Nocturne?
Oh, I do believe I stated it quite clearly.
Just gonna kind of slightly mosey away from the library, looking for the secret tunnel.
Sleepy uncle now be coming.
Yeah.
Sleepy uncle turned to sneaky uncle.
All right, yeah, roll me sneaky. Roll me
Okay,
sneaky.
Well, because I'm kind of reading the situation. I don't know if I want to mind hint to other people, like, cough, cough, should we stay? Or let them have a moment?
Why don't we go find the servants and let them know need to be outfitted for our mission tonight.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, roll your sneaky.
5.
5. You like get out of the room and just a servant like they pop up and they're like, "How may I help you?" And you're not sure if like they were there the whole time or they knew you. Like, makes you uncomfortable, Dale.
This is.
I'm hesitant to leave when Anon has someone who could fight in words. And if they are equal in words, are they...
I'm sorry. We've been neglecting you in our conversation. We've
Not at all, not
No.
at all. We simply want to give you the chance to catch up. And we have quite a bit of preparing to do for the gala tonight, so...
Would any of you like some assistance? Some help, maybe?
I think we're okay. Thank you.
We shall help ourselves.
Actually, if you do have a person that's really great with like giving us ideas for fashion advice, I would love to pick their brain.
Are you suggesting I am not the finest dressed in this space? All right, and we're going. I'm happy to come with you.
How do you feel about autumn weddings?
Adam weddings? Oh, Adam weddings are a thing, Adam Nocturne.
I bet.
I would be happy to accompany any of you.
I think we're doing the subtle leaving. Being like, Pine being
It
like,
was nice to meet you.
Where'd you get your aglets from? They're dope.
Oh, yeah, if the servant bumps into me,
Yeah.
take a second, be like, we need to dress for the gala tonight.
Ah, yes.
Do you
of
have
course.
anything in our sizes? That is
If we do
appropriate?
not, we can procure it.
I love this place.
It's
Okay,
pretty
yeah,
nice.
and maybe I'll try following where the servant disappears to. Or is she just gonna stare me down? Are we staring contest? Are we having a staring contest?
I think they just sort of they kind of wait for a signal from you. Like, is there anything else?
No, me and my others. How do you say gang in a fancy way?
Companions?
Companions.
Fancy
Patron-
gang.
Fancy gang.
Me and the fancy boys.
The FGs.
I could so full of the words.
I will
Yes.
alert the others. And they walk down the corridor. Like, if you stare at them, like, you'll see them, like, turn down a hallway.
And then disappear.
I think once you, like, if you, depends on how closely you follow them. Are you
I don't
like,
do it-
genuinely trying to track them?
No, I mean, if not really, I just want to see if they wait maybe like 5 seconds, see if they're down the hallway still, if they're disappearing into rooms.
I mean, I think once you look down the hallway, like, once you stop looking at them directly, like, then it just becomes your eyes, like, even if they're in the hallway, you have to focus. And that's the thing that you notice. Like, if you really try and look for them, you can see them. So whatever it is, it's kind of like a just don't notice me sort of field. It's not that they're invisible. It's not even that they're sneaking. It's just that, like, they're sort of projecting an aura of, like, don't pay attention to me. And if you choose to pay attention to them, you can fight through it.
Oh, I wonder if that's I need to get that. Or no, it's just their mind ability.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
probably, and like it sounds like several of them, they're all like many of them are part of a family, so like they are all kind of just these are the people that this family chose to employ because they're easy for people to not notice that they're there. They're really good at that, so they can just kind of stand in a room and like listen. It's just very much a like you have to be like I am looking at this person to.
I figure like now I'm thinking of breeding charts and stuff in my head. I don't know. Never mind.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Have you seen My Hero Academia? Like, breeding for the perfect quirk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I was
It is
It's
Adam
like
Nocturne.
Adam Nocturne seems like one of those wonderful places on the surface, but it's very much that like if you're rich and powerful, it is a wonderful place, and if you are neither of those things, it's probably not as good.
If your quirk are stretchy eyeballs,
You can read far away.
you have to stretch them.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yep, first episode, stretchy eyeballs.
So, is this what? They are royalty, correct? He is
So
the
you get out
prince
of the
of
room.
another kingdom.
More or less.
She is a princess. Like there is an obvious amount of somebody wanted them to have children.
I'm glad I'm not the only person that had that impression.
So
I don't think it's a kingdom structure here, Pine. I think they have a sort of
It's like chickens.
democracy.
They're breeding for the best chicken.
Dale just pops up as you all emerge from this room.
Yes, but
Do we know what kind of politics Anon's family is in?
I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what they mean by those battles. Are they debates? Are they actual fights? Are they like mind contests?
I don't know.
They're
It's just
really
me.
boring to watch. It's just two people
Well-
staring at each other until someone starts bleeding from their eyeballs.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't have to be like how on Earth we need a male and a female, because Anon has mothers. So I think they just need a touch.
They're like
That's how it works, right?
I was trying to think. What are they called?
I
Why
think-
can't I remember what the aliens are called?
breeding
Blue
is
aliens. Mass Effect.
Oh, the Asari?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think biologically things still work the same. It's just
Yeah. They just don't need to
They-
have the parts to mix.
I'm guessing there might have been a donor.
Oh, I just thought that they advanced past the need for those, so you can just go like, here, baby.
Who do you do that to? Because I don't know. Anon.
Nobody high-fives
there. I
you.
just had to. Oh yeah, you do this, and then a servant pops up and high fives you, and then disappears.
You see, Dale, when
9 months later.
Is that not?
when two diplomats really want to get back at another family, they come together and they have a baby.
I mean, that's what future technology is for. We're gonna all do this, and that's how babies happen. That's the only way to make sure that we don't get mind controlled by them. Don't you guys know that genetic modifications are the next new step for the human evolution?
Let's go get some matching ties.
Like that's
Yeah.
what I've been discussing about with your wife, Lauren. She
Laura,
knows all those-
Laura.
The process of osmosis is the purest way to combine for best genetic attributes.
Captain. Am I old-fashioned or is this a bizarre conversation?
It's a bizarre conversation, man.
Because mixing fluids is messy.
All right, Dale. Okay, let's get
Where
you
are
in a
those
suit,
hands
buddy.
coming
I
from?
feel like, remember how we had a seminar
Yeah.
about appropriate conversations in the
So
workplace?
Dale, this is quickly venturing into the kind of HR discussion the estate has to give you.
Osmosis is the absorption of what? Like, isn't that complete? Like, what are? No,
Yeah,
Or
osmosis is the plant
cell
thing.
division? It's the plant thing.
Yeah.
Not,
Mitosis.
mitosis is the thing that you're thinking of. Is the cell division.
I understand. I get you.
No, it's fine. I was just
Yeah.
like,
The mitochondria is the powerhouse of.
But at Adam Nocturne,
I just want to look at dresses that won't be obvious that I'm missing an arm. That's all I want right now.
I think as you say that, they say, "Would you like an arm?" Like someone like shows up. I'm sorry. I assumed
a
you
prosthetic?
simply wished to go shopping for clothing, but I could take you to a different locale.
Do you mean to be like a temporary thing for this evening, or?
A biosonic prosthetic.
Oh.
Integrated with your biology and physiology. The Nisis have access to most resources you might need.
And this is something that would translate?
Ah, that thing that the young lady does. Perhaps, yes.
I mean, if they can grow babies by doing this, and I think...
They're just talking to you and they just, put their hand up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to talk to somebody. About
Excellent. I'll arrange an appointment with the doctor.
We have a gala tonight, though. Is
that could be difficult. It may take longer than that.
All right. Yeah, I'll talk to somebody.
Excellent. Let me confirm with Miss Nisi.
I don't know how
And
to
then they
tell
disappear.
Laura that I don't want a cat arm. So as nice, as very thoughtful as that was for her to grow, I think I'm probably not going to attach that to my body.
No, that's fine, but
Sorry,
I'm
Oz,
not
I'm
sure
so sorry.
if you consider like the feline movements.
No, it's very thoughtful, but
It's pretty scary.
it's so
It's
scary.
very scary.
She is so smart. Oh my god.
But it
Next to it, we didn't see, but there was like a pair of flying monkey wings. Just she'd gotten a hold of some. She's like, they don't fly here. I need to fix that.
I just don't want her to
Do
feel
not
bad.
ask. Never let them know where you got those monkeys
I
from.
mean-
Just,
If I come back with a different arm that's
to know.
No, she'll absolutely love it.
She'll probably
You-
dissect it.
I feel like I'm very
She'll
progressive
absolutely
in this way
love
of
it.
thinking of how these kids are made. Am I not very progressive with this thinking?
Just go with what feels good. I mean,
Well, I figured it's like, okay, they're very advanced. They're just, yeah.
how's that? You see what you're doing?
What?
You just pushed your hair back.
No, I did. What?
You just pushed your hair back with your right hand.
I don't have a hand, Oz.
May I?
Sing it. Are you suggesting?
If there's something there, put it on top of mine, and if I slap it, then I win.
That's how babies are made.
The top of it.
Oh, no babies then.
What? Okay.
All right.
All right.
For tonight, I guess like something nice, something sleek, with something around, the back, maybe like an open back. Bring it together.
You have a very strong back.
It's a very great back.
Ooh.
With some nice elbow-length gloves.
And you think this will just fill it out?
I go over to there's a glove bin. Yeah, glove bin.
Well, there's a random servant.
Yeah, gloves.
Are
And
they
then
organized
just
by color?
I can't see it, so you're gonna have to hold it open.
close your eyes, just like put it on a shirt in the dark.
But I still don't know where the glove is. Oz, okay.
Ready?
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go. Like it's
What
self.
is that?
It fits like a glove.
Pine has just been saying.
Like it's self.
What is this?
That's an arm.
You have your power. Is your power
Arm?
psychic?
I mean,
Crush something in it. Give me No, not that.
no, that's nice. Everything here is expensive.
No, they hand you like a bottle of like super juice.
There we go.
I like how we're just right outside the library.
You didn't go that far.
Let's take a moment inside while Jade has an existential power arm crisis. They're charming.
They are. Phenomenally inspiring group of people. Truly.
I imagine they would have to be for you to have stayed with them for so long. You didn't even want to stay here.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure how much I should tell you.
You've never trusted me.
No, for good reason.
I always trusted you.
I always wondered why you did. We were literally raised not to do that. And everything Lark told me,
Maybe it's the same reason you left. To be obstinate. To do the thing you weren't supposed to do. But I never liked what our families wanted from us.
yeah,
More than you did.
I agree.
I didn't want it any more than you did, it seems.
I was reading the dossier that they have on you. It's interesting. I don't think you're lying. At least based on what you've done for the last couple of years.
My parents don't know. My family doesn't know everything. Certainly don't plan on telling them.
Your secrets are safe with me, but you have to know that my mothers are aware of them. Some of them, I'm sure. I don't know if it's all of them.
I'm sure. It's good to see you again. And then he kind of, you realize there's like a bag next to him. He reaches out and pulls something out of it. And you recognize it. It's the dossier that you had lost. You had taken. I never gave this to my father.
Why not?
Make him angry. I just needed to prove to myself that I could do it.
You know-
You're always better at these things than me.
Thank you.
I mean, it's 2
I mean-
years later, a year later than your parents wanted, but be honest with me. Is this any part of the reason why you left?
This?
Losing to me.
I won't say it didn't tip the scales, but it wasn't all of it. But I certainly wasn't happy to have won so many times only to lose the dossier. So figured if I got a little bit better at reading people, then no one else could trick me again. That was a really phenomenal disguise.
Been working on it.
Yeah.
The gala tonight.
Yes. I'll wear purple, and most likely the silver slippers, so dress accordingly.
I'll match. As we should.
Are you sure you want to? I honestly expected you to say no when I first threw it out there, so...
Things have changed.
Clearly.
Politics is complicated. Diplomacy is complicated.
Always.
I don't think our family should be in charge anymore. At least not our parents. And I haven't thought that for a long time. Or I've thought that for a long time. But that's not why you're here.
No.
happy to help you.
But that might be a reason worth coming back for.
At the very least, this will cause a scene and will engage the news cycle for several days.
I wouldn't return to Adam Nocturne any other way.
And it will not make either of our parents look good.
True. You know, it would have been really nice for them to come and say hello to me before 5 hours after my arrival.
Well, you're not the only one who likes to make someone wait.
You noticed all 6 minutes then.
I did. You were 5 minutes and 55 seconds.
You were 4 minutes and a half.
Yeah. Knew I was too quick. You still don't have to trust me. You can view this as me trying to get something for myself as much as you want. And I'll be honest, it's not all... what's the term? Philanthropic.
So what's in it for you? Other than, obviously...
Other than the scene and the news cycle,
Yes.
if there is someone working for a secret Earth organization and it happens to be one of these 3 individuals, let's just put it this way. They are all currently sponsored by important political houses, as is custom. All 3 of them happen to be some of the most important psychics or powerful psychics that we've seen in Adam for a while. Any of them are discovered to be working with a clandestine Earth organization, that is not going to be good for any of those political houses.
No, certainly not.
So, if you figure that out, then I get to have a field day.
Well, goody then.
Sure, you'll enjoy causing some trouble.
I most certainly will. I hope you have fun too. Thank you.
I look forward to getting to know some of your friends as well.
They're quite the odd bunch.
Hey, I slapped Jade's hand, and it turns out she got a hand instead of a baby. So she has a hand now.
I don't know where that came from, but I want to go find out.
Right, I'll leave and see you tonight.
So good to see you.
You as well. He'll kind of reach out to embrace you again.
And she'll give another hug, but she'll actually, it'll be an honest hug this time. As opposed to, the...
You scuttle out of the room, into the hallway. There are
have none left.
4 of them. They're all just standing in the corridor.
With so many gloves.
Watch
A lot of
this.
gloves.
And then there's just a tray of different objects that are
Yeah.
questionable. I have an arm in this recursion.
Show her without the glove.
It's just completely invisible.
That's awesome. But where did the baby part come from?
Is that how? I figured that's how you guys make babies. Like this.
Just someone shows up.
So then... Oh, no. That just made triplets. I hope you're ready to be a father, Dale.
Wait, I need to. Can I? No, wrong one. Here we go.
The cameras.
No, I'm trying to get my hand. There we go. Dale, slam it, Dale.
Wait, too far.
That's a big baby. That's gonna be a big baby.
That's how you get a triplet.
I guess if I went no, wrong. No, I can't.
Oh, right.
We
Where
tried.
does this one go onto? I can't.
Wait, so was I right? Is that
No, dear, that's not. No, we don't touch hands and then.
Oh, so you
reproduce.
used the tube method.
No, they have sex, Dale.
She was, Dale
That's so
was
messy.
confused as to the fact that you have two mothers and thought that Adam Nocturne had.
I thought they were very advanced. This is a very advanced trait. If you just like, or
Oh, no. Juno just wanted to have a child, and Hera couldn't stop her, so she had me.
so it's self-replication.
No, I think, no, it's, when two diplomats love each other.
Very much.
Meanwhile, at the gala.
6 hours later, we cut back in. It's just Dale being like, "What?"
I thought you were very advanced. This
So I think we need to have a shopping montage.
Do we all going out for a public affair?
So
you gotta go on a Potter racket. Am I tall enough? Does it count?
Yeah, you're there.
I bought these. It's very good $4 of my life.
I'm so glad you spent those $4 on those pants.
This is very
Shorts.
They're short shorts. I spent my money on these. I saw them in the store while coming into Geek Space.
So yeah.
Do we get to describe our outfits?
I think you get to think about that because we'll cut to like next time is when we have the gala. Are you still gonna go meet with the doctor?
Yeah, because this whole like invisible arm thing is not going to last past this recursion. So Jade wants something as fun as invisible arm is. Jade wants something that she can use on Earth.
Oh, you should probably check out, and I've just poked to the general. Because not that I looked at records or anything.
Dale, I know you looked at my records. I know you know. I know you have, well, at least the things that haven't been redacted, you have access to.
Just saying. They could grow you a new one. So you could glug, glug, glug.
Oh, the kidney and the liver.
You know, it's just harder to notice that they're missing. It was your spleen.
Spleen,
Your
that's the
your
one.
kidney and your spleen and
Kidney
a
and spleen.
chunk of your lung.
Yeah.
There's a really good biopsionics replicator in town. Carol,
Yes.
the
I
name
was going to speak with you about that. Shall I put it on the accounts?
yes, please.
Excellent.
Whatever she needs.
Organ makeover!
Come with me.
Are you gonna grow me my own?
And I think they just sort of smile at you and like lead you.
I am trusting you on this. Being led away.
And I need to get you up to speed on Rigel.
Oh, he's telling the truth, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got that too.
No,
Okay.
but confirmed it.
Carol, hold on a moment. I have reason to believe that he has similar enough goals that he might be useful to us. I would not trust him entirely, but
I mean, I don't think I sensed any duplicitous.
It's pretty genuine.
he's
Actually, kind of
different.
seems to like you a bit.
Yeah.
No, that's just how we are.
A nod.
He swindles compliments for affection.
Yeah, no, that's exactly.
No, for your affection.
No, that's not. That's just how we're trained. That's just how.
Oh
he
my
is.
goodness. Are you?
Yes.
Oh.
No, I think you're misreading this entire situation.
What's that?
What's what?
That file.
Oh, a dossier that I was supposed to retrieve some time ago.
Rigel gave you that?
Apparently, he never gave it to his father.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
And so you exchanged. It was some sort of trade.
No, he just handed it to me.
You threatened him then.
No.
So he just handed it over.
Voluntarily.
Yes.
As a gift.
At this time.
Withheld from his own father.
Correct, but to be fair.
With an apology?
more of a justification.
The only gift that you could not earn yourself.
Oh.
I wouldn't say
I shouldn't have said that.
those words exactly.
By yourself.
Look, I just think that it's important for us to note the fact that he has provided this, therefore he could potentially double-cross us in the future. So that's probably something to bear in mind. I'm sure that that's why it was provided in the first place. So we should just be prepared for that. We should just be very
Non
prepared.
and Nigel sitting in a tree.
That is...
TRANSLATIONING.
I got lost in the spelling of that.
I think I spelled translation, but I kind of
There was a-
stopped and just went on autopilot.
No, don't you mean CLAPPING?
I would prefer that we have that conversation than the one we were having before.
Okay, I gotta go see about some body parts, but
Yes.
let's talk when I get back.
Absolutely.
This way. Thanks. And they lead you away.
And Nan just like avoids further conversation with you guys and just like keeps like trying to, oh no, maybe this dress. No, this one.
I spelled translationing. Yeah. Translation.
Translating.
I teach public school.
I think that's where we can end today's episode. Jade is maybe gonna make it to the gala. Or maybe this is her conclusion. She's gonna be. We cut to we see her like strapped down in a chair, being like, "This will only take a few hours."
I think it may be
Jam
also one of
wires
those things where
into
it's
your
like
arm.
they
That's
start
how
work,
Alf ended.
they start work and then they're like, "Oh, you're not from here. You should have told us. This is gonna take a lot longer."
Oh my god.
You need to be
Just
in
a
the vat.
second, and then we just see them come back with like a big needle. Like,
Not the vat? Not
So
the
this-
gooey
yeah.
vat?
Oh yeah, and they're like in the goo bag.
And then like as she's like getting drugged up and starting to drift away, I'm like, "How many lovers could I have?"
How many do you need? And then we see them, they like pick up this arm and it's like a cat arm.
And they take off the mask and it's Laura.
Thought you could escape.
Just imagine like Laura like saw like Jade's social media account and it was like
Cats.
that video of cats playing with a ball and she's like, "Oh, she likes kitty paws. Oh, I can make this work."
I got it was just a prototype for something. Whether it was for
Probably not
Jade.
even for
No,
who knows?
It's like it was you thought that was for you? No. And then she's like picks up this bionic cat and then she's like, Whiskers needed a new front leg.
Meow.
It was realistic. That's the kitten beats.
Wow.
Oh,
So yeah, we'll
We never
So-
see Jade.
we never see her again. Not for this season. So she's gonna be getting her new
I
arm.
have to work next week.
And the rest of you, I know, womp womp, but you get an arm. That is.
I'm gonna get an arm finally.
And a
I-
liver.
I'm a little sad that it's ending because like I want it to translate and becomes weird stuff,
Yeah.
right? Like
yeah.
you go to like the underwater recursion, you have a tentacle. Like
Yes. Ooh.
I know.
Oh, isn't that actually a robot arm now that people can
think
get?
so.
Yeah, that's
A
one of the
tentacle?
options. Yeah.
It
And, like
grabs
on
me.
Earth, it's like a
Because the
bionic
hand
arm
doesn't grab as well, and you have to organize the thumb versus
versus a curl.
a curl is easier to program.
Interesting.
Happen really
There's some pretty cool prosthetic stuff out there.
Yeah.
Also like
Yeah.
Oh, I
the
like
idea of having a
transhumanism.
tentacle.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Also,
That's
if you do get extra livers, that could be interesting in other places.
Oh.
Yeah, probably not a good idea.
Well, no.
Like suddenly, like you go to somewhere and like now you have like an acid sac or something. Like you can just like generate extra bile because it just becomes like
or
whatever.
Jade like messes around
Surplus
enough
organ.
that she like now can't get drunk and it's like, oh,
Yeah, 2 livers could be bad.
Oh yeah, 2
Yeah.
livers would probably be you
Yeah.
can't process.
You can't.
You
then
know,
make
you
food
process
choices
too
fast.
hard.
You process too. It's like no. Would it process it slowly? Because cows process slowly.
I don't know.
Because then it would just
I feel
cycle
like-
back and forth like between the first liver to the second liver
And
to
then
the
you'd
third
be
liver
ultra
to the-
drunk.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, I look forward to this.
Metabolism
And we
is
start
focused.
next week
Yeah.
with a shopping montage. I hope you're ready for that.
I thought we were just gonna walk in and like,
Well, yeah, we have the shopping montage, and then we will walk in and describe your outfits, and we go to the gala.
Bum, bum, bum.
And you gotta figure out who it is.
Let's save the world.
Yeah.
It's gonna be my mother's champion, isn't it?
We'll find out next time on Worlds Beyond.
I got a couple of donations to read before we wrap up. The first one is from Reina Terror. I'm really going to miss these characters.
No, but they can live on.
Forever.
That's the only way.
Fan fiction.
In fan fiction. That's the only way to play it to save Zul or Zanzu.
Zanzu.
So close. Saved.
Believe and create that recursion. Another one from BP Phantom. Sad to see you go, Admiral Asma. It was wonderful to have you on a show again. Here's to the next time you join any of these lovely lunatics. Hey.
Hey.
Salute, break a leg.
Salute.
It was 07, but you know, the little salute, the little symbol.
You gotta go on the eyebrow, I think.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
Stabbin' Terry!
Yay!
Arm go missing again? Not quite sure about the witch's cat arm. Biopsionics not translating. You need a big old murder arm from Stabbin' Terry. Metal, spiky, stabby. When you're tired of being armless and just want to fist someone, think Stabbin' Terry.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah,
And affordable too.
Yeah, because you won't be armless anymore. Nor will you be harmless. Yeah. And Falcon with Venom in with $10. Lovely World of Intrigue Nocturne is. Thank you for this lovely game. Thank you. Thank you. So Nocturne is actually one from the core setting, and then we have continued to embellish it. So like it's got a couple of paragraphs, and then we just went for it.
Political intrigue.
Yeah.
And we were like, and what if?
And also,
An entire government based around Heelys. Well, what happened?
that's a different recursion.
That's Meals and Steals.
It's like the Wasteland, but everyone's their own car. Then there's the car recursion, where everyone's a car.
Except for when you're a plane.
Yeah, then you're planes.
Then your
Yeah.
planes.
It's
Wait.
basically a Ride the Decks recursion.
Is that like Tony's nightmare?
That's mine.
Yes, it is.
There-
Also, I want to tell you, like, Tony is a Pinterest hoarder, and he has, like,
Really?
so many boards.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So what you're describing with them, like, this is...
Laura goes down. She's like, oh no, I'd looked at this before, but I didn't fully understand this form of social media. Now I'm going to understand it entirely.
I told you.
I had to get one for my class, and now it's
Oh no, the
Hell
teacher
no, doll.
Pinterest.
yeah.
They're so good.
It's so problematic. Stop making crafts for Thanksgiving. Stop it.
No,
Hey, teachers,
Instructables is the
stop
better place to
it.
go.
Okay, so
Skippy John
with
Jones
that-
is a horrible series.
Thank you so much for being here, for watching. We will be back next week with the final episode of Worlds Beyond and the adventures of these wonderful characters. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful, beautiful, delightful Trashfire request. I love them all so much.
We'll be more on the rails next week.
No. And that's okay because. Pew pew pew. Let's sign off. Starting with our final episode with you.
I'm Janine. I am Admiral Asma. You can find me at Admiral Asma on Twitter. Come say hi. And I have played Jade Atwood. I perform around Seattle, so if you're in town, I'm often down at Unexpected Productions in the Market Theater, and at random places sometimes.
Nathan Kiss, aka What Is Kiss. You can find me here. You can find me with Zombie Orpheus Entertainment, and you can also find me on Twitter under What Is Kiss, and my Twitch account also called What Is What Is Kiss. I'm sorry. And next Sunday I am going to be hosting a once event stream. Where we're going to be doing a watch along of WWE's WrestleMania.
Oh, I think, is this actually
Is
a
this a
thing that
real
you're
thing?
doing? Because it sounds like a thing you could be doing, but I also legally don't think that it is a thing you can do.
Except we'll be watching it on mute, and I'll be doing all the voices and narrating for you.
And acting,
So,
'cause you can't actually show.
Yeah, if you're watching it in real time, turn the volume off, and then turn over to Twitch and turn the volume up, and you'll get a pretty fun show. It's not wrestling anymore; they're hug matches. Who's gonna be the number 1 hugger? Tune in next Sunday. This Sunday. 4 o'clock Pacific.
Also, hi Raiders, we are just signing off.
Oh,
Thank you for joining us.
So now you can see who we are. Hi, I'm Jack J-A-K-I-D-A-S-H. So I stream on Mondays. I've been playing Odin Sphere. It's great. We're now the evil Shadow Knight Oswald. I know.
Oh.
Oswald! How could you?
You killed a dragon. It's real great. And have a great Wednesday. I'm gonna pass it over to Shillian.
Hi, I'm Shell Game. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter, mostly on Twitter and Instagram. On Instagram, I'm the Shell Game. I know, someone took it.
Kill him.
LLC, gotta
Okay.
get that LLC, right? Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, copyright.
Yeah, I'm gonna copyright all that stuff. Anyway, that's me. You can check that here. You can check that at Unexpected Productions and other places around Seattle.
Hello, everybody. I'm Bonsai Baby on Twitch and Bonsai Baby on Instagram and on Twitter. I do mostly woodworking and other things, cooking. Mostly just make loud noises. That's pretty much what I do. And speaking of Pinterest, I know Saturdays I do my Saturday show where we're bringing Saturday's morning back. I have the final 3 episodes of Sonic Underground playing, and we're making rubber band guns. But this Sunday, me and a bunch of other streamers on Twitch are going to be doing Pinterest foods.
Sunday.
So come and see us try to make very cute bento boxes that are totally doable.
I can't wait.
Not wait to see
Pinterest
side-by-side pictures.
We're going to hashtag nail it.
Just a nail, like you just give up and start woodworking.
Nail it. I actually do have all the nails. Nailed it.
We'll put the Phil project in this box and never talk about it again.
I have been your GM Random Tuesday. You can find me on the internet at Random Tuesday, or my other RPG places, the D&D channel, and Roll For It. Maybe I'll start playing a game. I made my cosplay, and now I don't know. What do you do when you're not making a cosplay on stream?
Do you want to play Bookworm Adventures 2?
What the heck is that?
Bookworm Adventures 2. You can have fun while you learn.
Oh, is that the spelling game?
That sounds like bullshit. No.
Jumpstart. You gotta play some Jumpstart.
Is it like Math Mountain where you have to go up to the mountain, you get a toy, and then you have to jump all the way back down and do it again until you die?
It's more like Math Blaster, but instead of an action RPG, it's a standard turn-based RPG.
Right. Thank you so much for joining all of us. You're all amazing. We will see you next time. Our next show is this time next week, so come join us then. Goodbye.